Yeah. You're gonna drop that in your coffee there, lad. Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Okay. So we'll let them get in.
Yeah. Big up everybody. I like to talk here for you. Just
Right, remember, I'm interviewing you.
Yeah, right? Yeah, 100%. Relax yourself. So calm down, man. Calm down. Well, this boy drinking out a Lauren. A living man drinking out a Lauren cup. Wow.
So guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here. Thanks for coming in. We got 1 thumbs up and nobody watching.
4 in the chat, 1 thumbs up. Big up everybody. What about these?
Bradford Loyal, first in. Patriotic Media, big up guys. So we'll let you all get in first.
Big up everybody.
There's enough people know about this tonight.
Foxy lad. Yes, we're in here with Action Man Head here and Rubberhead. Who's the Rubberhead? Me? Well, there, Martina Clark, big up. White Trout, big up, mate, big up, lad. Hope you're all well this Sunday evening.
Father Jack, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. I sent you a wee message today, mate.
Greg, big up, Greg. Gene Patton, big up, man, big up. What about these? Cheers to you all.
Pixie 40, good to see you, buddy.
Big up, Eddie. Alright, lad. All good, mate. Colin McCollister, big up, lad. Big up, man, big up.
Moglan, good to see you, mate.
Couple of live streams on
big up
there.
CJ and FG, yep, good. 2 live streams going, guys.
Looking forward to this, Thomas. So am I, mate. Actually, London during the house, big up.
Eddie Martin.
Matthew in the house, big up. Taking the sounds okay, folks, yeah? Sound check, anyway, sound
yeah,
okay?
Sounds good. Patriotic Media, give us a sound check. So I don't know if we should be asking Patriotic Media for a sound check.
We're messing. So we are messing, Nicky.
We are.
Nicky, we're slagging, man. Bradford, thank you very much, Bradford.
Who was that now? We look at that.
Kendall in the house,
Make
big up.
sure you make him sweat, Freedom Dad.
Sweating, I've got the heating on there, probably always sweating here in a minute. I branched out, I put 50p in the meter since he was coming. I didn't want him getting a chill on his ribs tonight, you know.
Father Jack, thank you, mate. Thank you, I both good on sound, cheers. Good.
Big up Wild Atlantic.
Till we get 100 in.
Big up Wild Atlantic. Big up our Alan Best in the house. If I missed somebody there, sorry folks.
Alright, well, good to see you, brother. There's Will from Liverpool in. The boys will be watching from England as well.
Big up, Will. Folks, you know, saying it's freezing in here. That's because he was standing in the kitchen. He was standing in the kitchen, right, with a big Parker joke. Jack will say, turn the heat on, right? So we'll put the heat on, see 5 minutes here. That sounds too warm in here. Let's take your coat off. Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
So, yeah, guys, big up. And then thank you. Well, listen guys, so won't be reading not much of the chat out. We will get to the chat at the end, but you know, we are going to keep it as an interview. Once we get 100 in.
Big up, mate.
Kendo's in the house, thank you.
AFD.
404, good to see you, mate.
We'll get AFD on the decks, back to back, will we?
In the doghouse, good to see you, brother.
Look at the cup he's drinking out a Lauren cup.
No
Blues,
problem. When in Lauren, guys, when in Lauren. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere, like, but we got here, I got here.
Mark drinking, no, he's on the coffee, he's scared tonight, he's scared.
Yeah, I'm no drinking, guys, I've got something else to do tonight as well. Or I would, I've got, can't say too much, but there's Freedom Dance non-stop. Pat Farrell, a lot of new names in tonight, guys, thank you for coming in, making sure you subscribe, it doesn't cost nothing to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and you should get a notification from YouTube when I put a video out, but YouTube can be a bit funny because they don't like our content.
Well folks, you know the crack here, get it shared out, get this shared out, it will be interesting out there, share it out there, hit that share button there and send it around the world folks, please. Yo, I mean, wow.
So anybody in my channel as well, if one of my mods can put up, because James, if you can put up a link to CJ's channel, it's also in the description. So if one of the boys put the links up, anybody, Father Jack, Wee Bit Bunkers, put the link up to CJ's channel, jump, before we start the interview, jump on to CJ's channel, subscribe to his channel and come back. It only takes 2 seconds. This is what it's all about.
Bradford, one beer, and same here as well. Here, Saul Patton in the house, pick up Cyril. Any mods or stick AFD's link to his channel in, please, will you? Any mods in the house there? I know there's 2 or 3 wee bit bunkers was in the house there. Kendo was in the house.
Leslie Hanley, Freedom Dad, do you know what happened about the Jesus March? Did they cancel it? Yes, it's been cancelled, just like the football with when they tried to cancel the supporters that came over to, was it, where was that one?
Big up Kendo.
One of the one of the cities that's been replaced in England, and it's just basically it's it's in London, this particular Jesus March. I think it was organised by Britain First, I believe, and it's just the usual where the government are afraid of Islam, and when Islam turn around and say we don't want this, or we're going to come out and counter demo, or we're going to come onto the streets and riot, then the government shit themselves, and that's the problem. And that's fact, that's not misinformation, that's what's going on in England today. Whenever anything happens in England that the Islamists do not agree with, they pressure the government bow down, pander to the Islamists, and as you can see, as I've been saying, our religion is being eroded, not only with the Jesus marches, but with our nativity plays in school, with our churches being turned into mosques and the rest. So the writing's on the wall, there's proof and evidence of what's going on. And I know CJ, just for the record,
yes,
CJ isn't into this kind of thing that I do. We are 2 different content creators. CJ is an auditor. But we'll get into that in a wee minute, so that'll all be covered, so it will.
I'll just put this out here, I'm not far right. I'm not far right, man. I'm always right, even when I'm wrong, I'm right, but I'm not far right.
None of us are far right, CJ.
No,
let's not fall into that old carry on.
No worries.
We are right wing. I am right wing. I'm proud to be right wing. You're just right wing, you don't know it yet.
I'm neutral, man, I'm neutral. I had a sitting on the fence, man. So I do.
There's time for him yet, guys, in there. There's time for him. Patriotic Me's absolutely disgusting window, man. Yes, guys.
Big up Humber.
Never wrote G, often mistaken. I happen to know a bit about waterboarding. Get away with it.
What's he saying?
I happen to know a bit about waterboarding. So 91, we're going to roll up the 100, guys. 29 thumbs up, so hit the like button, guys, if you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Trouble T, hi all, how you doing?
You're Gene Patton saying get the trunks on her and get this boxing match happening tonight.
Yeah.
Peace, man. No way I grow tonight,
There's not a fight in Freedom Dad right now, trust me.
He couldn't spell fight. Yeah, folks, get them thumbs up and get it shared out there everywhere. Just double check here as well, folks, on my channel and Freedom's Dad channel here as well.
Thank you a wee bit. Ragnar, good to see you.
Just double check that you are subscribed, because I've been unsubscribed from different channels, So just double check you still are subscribed, please.
4 more and we will start the interview.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to take my mic off because I don't feel, I've got this routine and habit of using the mic. Yeah, I'm going to remember not to go like that because you've got your mic.
Give me something to eat or something. I'll turn this off because the heating's on the main switch.
Yeah, it's nice and cosy.
Yeah.
CJ, well, it's not going deep dive into waterboarding anytime soon.
There was maybe waterboarding last night, you wouldn't know.
No, he hasn't had too many ciders.
It's all
first one, you know what I mean? So it's all above board, and
first cider.
It's a sober interview, guys.
Well, I don't know what's going to be like at the end of the interview, but sober at the minute.
I was hoping to get a wee drink, but something came up, and I have got a wee meeting to go to. One of my friends is coming to see me, so, and yeah, it is what it is.
Big up, Billy Bob. Big up all my chat here. Big up, Billy Bob.
Yes, Patriotic Media do turn out at Crowborough. Yeah, I did watch it live. So 101 in, so will we start? Are you ready? Are you ready to be interviewed by Freedom Dad?
Born
the best interviewer in Northern Ireland.
Born ready, kid. Born ready, man.
So yeah, guys, we're here with CJ. CJ audits. And so how long have you been doing it for?
4 years come March.
4 years.
4 years, man.
Yeah.
Long
Has it felt like 4 years?
No. No, mate, it's actually flown on, mate.
Yeah.
It has actually flown on. I actually thought it was 3 years, then I'm on to YouTube. And I looked when the first video was put up, so fucking 4 years, man.
So let's go back to 4 years. What happened? What possessed you to get a microphone, get a camera, and harass our fine PSNI.
I like the way you come back with that. I like the way you came back with that. Right, well, it was just before lockdown, mate. Actually, just before lockdown. I was getting a bit of hassle from the water bailiffs, the fishing bailiffs, DERA.
Right.
So it was now, I was always licensed, I always bought 2.
So you were a fisherman?
I was a fisherman,
Right.
I was covered in tattoos of fishing, loved it, it was a passion, mate, right? Out every other day, get my head fucking clear, mate.
Yeah, so it works at that works,
you
yeah,
know,
I know that.
it works for a lot of people, get
Yes,
out
it
of the
does.
house, you know. So I was getting a lot of hassle with these guys, right? Big time, mate, so it was hassle. Every time they see me, they were at me, even though they knew I was licensed up. I don't do anything illegal, so I have to be, I have to be licensed, you know.
So what were you doing at this stage? What were you doing in life? Were you working?
I was fishing, mate. I was fishing and stuff, mate. Have issues and stuff and all. I'm not going to, right, but yeah. Wee bits and pieces here and there, Mark, you know. So I was mainly fishing, mate, to get me out of the house, you know. I was son there of 2 kids, like I was son there, like I was looking after them and stuff as well. But yeah, so the bailiffs, back to the bailiffs, man. So they were torturing me, so I went and bought a cheap camera off the internet. 20 quid, it's like a wee GoPro. And they came up one day and I had it hid in the grass. So I did, and they come down and they were slavering, telling me I couldn't fish there, couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. And I was covert recording, you know. And they phoned the police on me because I went up and took a picture of their car registration. Right? So the police arrived on fucking scene and all, and police come down. Said he can't do nothing about that, the car's in public. So anyway, police left. Then guys told me I couldn't fish there. I asked them to show me it in black and white, show me it on their phone, they couldn't get a signal. So I knew they were just being dicks, to be honest with you. So long story short, mate, the day left, I sat on, had a flask for my lunch and all, coffee, lifted the camera, went home and checked the footage because it was brilliant, the mouthing out of them, and they were being unprofessional. And the video had actually done a loop and recorded over itself.
Did you get any footage?
No footage whatsoever. I recorded. I think I got footage of me sitting there having my lunch.
Right.
Right, so yeah, I think I got the footage of me having my lunch. So lockdown came. Lockdown hit, man. So it did in 2020, whatever it was. Lockdown came, mate. I was in my mum's house and I was leaving one night in the early hours of the morning. So it was, and I was stopped with no cameras in the car, no dash cams, nothing. And the police ripped me apart under justice and security, got me out of the car on a country road at 2 o'clock in the morning, slapped me about, pushed me about. Wasn't amused. So getting into how I got into it, like, was I came across the American auditors. Then I was watching them, I was watching what way they were dealing with the police.
I've watched them,
some good ones, some good ones. But
Good.
then I came across Marty Blackburn.
Yes, I know Marty, I've met Marty.
We were good friends with. I'd done a wee bit of filming with Marty in Leeds. And watched their stuff. And I know their laws are basically similar, they're just worded different sections. So I started to study wee bits of law here in Northern Ireland. Then I just went, you know what, man? Here we go. There's nobody else. There's nobody in Northern Ireland doing this. I've seen a gap in the market.
So did you just jump in and start stopping cops, or what did you do?
I started with police.
I
started with police. Went straight to Lauren police station. Like.
So that was your first?
That was my very first audit, was Lauren police station. Like, I was wet behind the ears, mate. Like, but you know what I mean, They pulled Justice and Security Act on me. I was waiting on them pulling Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. So, because I had it rehearsed. But they still use Section 47, 43 over here, you know. And they hit me with Justice and Security.
So what does that explain what that is?
Well,
Justice
and Security is basically Northern Ireland's own terrorist law. So it is Justice and Security Act 2007. They can stop you. So they can't.
And they can search you. And
they can search you, but the thing is, when they're searching you, mate, there has to be an event that's happened in the local area for them to search you, right? Because they're looking for munitions. So they are looking for explosive devices, i.e. bullets.
So did you roll up thinking you can't search me, you haven't got the right to do this, and then they're like, no, we've got this?
See, well, I rolled up with that, right? So that I didn't know about this until they told me. Then I had to go and research it. So I rolled up every time after that. So that knowing what I was talking about, you know, sent police packing here and there, right? I still got searched, but all the searches looking back on were all unlawful. And I have that by the ombudsman themselves. because I've schooled them and said, look, they cannot search you unless there's been a local event, an event in the local area. And they agreed with me that they can't search you. Now, they can't ask you for your name, but when they're asking for your name under Section 21 of the Justice and Security Act, I call it the Injustice and Insecure Act. So they, so they can't ask you your name and that, but going down the route with that, they're infringing on your human rights under Article 8. You have a right to privacy, family life, and all this. And this is what I will be getting back to, because this was my main objective here, was to show how they abused that terrorism law, which is just basically set for Northern Ireland, the Justice and Security Act. And that was my main goal, was to go out and expose how they abuse this. Because in England, used to abuse a Section 44 for photographers, for anybody search you in the street, but it was repealed. It was took away. So
because it's frustrating when when you watch people like in videos and that, and the police roll up and search them and take the piss, and you know that they don't have the legal right to do it. It is frustrating. It makes me angry. You know what I mean? So I can understand where you're coming from. So you're basically starting to do these videos to show people that the police have limited powers. They're not as powerful as what they try to proclaim.
They expose this Justice and Security Act and how it is abused on a daily basis. Now these are the cops here, PSNI, Northern Ireland, and other people around the world here. That's the police service of Northern Ireland, or I would call them the paranoid service of Northern Ireland. They actually search children under this act. They search children. You know what I mean?
So can they not just go back to the terrorist act, where they can just use that?
But the thing is, they'll only use that. Well, this basically is a terrorism act, Northern Ireland's own terrorism act, but they don't like Section 43, so they don't use using it, the 2000 Terrorism Act. They're rather.
Why not?
I don't know why not. Because they have, well, what it is, they have the Justice and Security Act, and they like it, they abuse it. Now, I have been searched in Northern Ireland under Section 43 on 2 or 3 different occasions. So they do still abuse it, but it's mainly the Justice and Security.
So when you say abuse it, does that mean you've got a right to complain or?
Yes, I put, I have 60 odd complaints to the police ombudsman. No, 60.
Is it any good, but does it work?
The police ombudsman, mate, I might as well just, what was I going to say there? I don't mean to be rude here, I won't say it, like,
so what's the point of the ombudsman if it doesn't work?
It's lodged, it's in black and white. It's something to fall back and you know what I mean? So if I wasn't complaining, I have to put the complaints in, because this is what auditors do. We have to try and hold them accountable. So I have to put the complaints in. Whether they're turned down or not, it's in black and white. I've done this. I will come back to bite use ombudsmans. It will come back to bite using the butts. So but it just shows the corruption, because the ombudsman, the police ombudsman here in Northern Ireland, it's ex-police, it's ex-security forces, army, who deal with all the cases. So it's basically the police policing the police complaints. So you're on a no winner mark, but you have to do it.
So is there anybody else in Northern Ireland doing what you're doing? Because we know how many there is. There's so many in England and in Scotland.
Well, in Northern Ireland, I'm the original G. I will say that I'm the original G. There's nobody else that's got the balls to do it.
I mean, I struggle. I can't deal with it. You know, I wouldn't know where to start. You know what I mean? I just try and, when I'm out doing what I'm doing, I try and be as courteous as possible with the police and be respectful, because that's, you know.
Well, I'll jump on there. Sorry, mate. Being respectful to these public servants who are meant to serve us, all us, you yourself, folks. There's no point of being nice to these folks. There's no fucking point. I've learned the hard way. There's no point of being nice. Now, I am nice to some people. I am. But I've got it in my head, like, they're all C-O-N-T-S. They're all cunts. They're all cunts. And I've learned this over 4 years, man. I've learned this over 4 years. Don't give them going a breath to speak to you.
Well, I've seen up your videos, like, you know, some of your videos, like, I have to say, I feel sorry for some of the cops, you know what I mean, because they're out of their depths, you know what I mean? But like, you know, because like some of them are alright. They
Yes.
come across alright, especially at the demos when we do it. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some horrible ones, and you can tell they're left wingers and they hate us Patriots, and you can see it in their faces, that's the way they look at us and all. But there is ones that are genuinely, they understand what we're doing at the demos. They have children, they get it, and it comes across.
Yeah.
You know, we see that.
Now they're starting to get it.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to get it. I've schooled a lot of them.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be big headed.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I believe that.
I've definitely opened the PSNI's eyes in Northern Ireland. I'm no threat. I have it in black and white. I've no links to any terrorist organisation.
Yeah.
I was never in anything. Blah blah blah. I have it in black and white from the PSNI that I have no links to any organisation in Northern Ireland. But yet they're searching me under Northern Ireland terrorist laws. And they're basically calling me a terrorist, and this basically gets on my goat when they abuse these powers.
Yeah. So we'll get on to that. Everything that what we do, and how we sometimes are connected together. But has you been doing this from the start? You know, was it difficult? Did you make mistakes? Did you get much abuse? You know, I mean, was it difficult? You know, many arrests and stuff like that.
Oh Jesus, man! I arrest me. Difficulty. Made loads of mistakes at the start. Made loads. Forgetting taking cameras off when I just left the scene of an audit and getting ripped apart and had a gun pointed at my face.
Yeah.
I took the cameras off after I left an explosive factory in Carrickfergus. Right, I filmed the explosive factory. No signs.
Yeah, fair
no
enough.
signs, no trespassing.
You only get that with MODs, like.
The woman came out and asked me, was it okay?
Yeah.
I don't know who you're looking for.
I'm okay.
I got right. So she said, can I help you? And I went, yeah, you can make me a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I thought it went alright, sweet. No, she went and I drove down the road, got into the car. I was going to put the drone up over the explosive factory, which is a fly zone. I'm not
fair enough. Yeah, it's legal, you know.
I'm not going to break the law, mate. I'm not going to break the law, you know.
Yeah.
So as I was getting in the car, as I was lifting the drone out, I hadn't even got my body cam on. I heard sirens and looked, where the cops. Boom, pulled out. Had me going, why, get on the ground, get on the ground, get on the ground. And I was standing there going, these are fucking clean clothes, that ground's wet. Are you mad? Are you fucking mad? Right? So, but that scared me, Mark.
Yeah.
The helicopters, I had the helicopter flying above my head and everything. So that scared me, right? I'll be brutally honest with you, mate. If you watch the video, I've done a couple of videos on it, I actually break down in the video when I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
So that scared me. It was actually I was going to do one more audit, then I was going to quit. Because it was coming up with Christmas. That incident happened in 2022, and here's numbers for you. 2022, the 22nd of the 11th, 2022. So a couple of days before Christmas, I was going to do my last ever audit in Larne Harbour, and I was attacked and brutally assaulted by plainclothes police. And this is the video that they have a restraining order on me, which I can't release.
So do you think that attack was to stop you doing what you were doing? Because obviously that this was new to the PSNI, this is new to the police, and they know, they watched, obviously the intelligence and the people at the top know, see the Americans, they see the English doing it, they see the Scottish doing it, and they can see what it brings, because it brings awareness. Everybody starts going, oh, hold on, they can't do this, they can't do that, and that doesn't suit the police. The police want to be, I think, bullies and just take the piss out of people, and you know, they do. A lot of them get a uniform on, a lot of people that join the police, I believe, join it because, you know, that's the type of people that they are. They like to be controlling, they like to bully, they like people to look up to them, you know what I mean? And they don't like to look down at people. So that's what I think, you know, that's my personal, you know, with peace. Like I say, there is some good cops out there that are in it for the right reason, but unfortunately it's the nature of the beast, as we see in Scotland, England and other places. So do you think that was a shot across your brows to, as you say, because it nearly worked?
Yeah, it nearly did, right, and I'll refer back to the harbour, so I can't say anything else about it, man, or I'll be breaking a restraining order. But yeah, mate.
For fuck's sake, don't be fucking
I know that, mate. I know what I'm saying.
That's all I need.
I know what I'm saying, I'm not saying, but yeah, they knew who I was.
Yeah.
They fucking knew who I was. When they had me on the floor, they knew who I was.
Yeah.
They knew it.
Yeah.
So that because at the end they forgot to turn my body worn off.
Right.
So I have all this footage still to come.
But you can't use it.
But I can't use it.
Yeah, of course.
for
Yeah.
reasons,
Well, we look
you know.
forward to that.
So
How long's it on your screen? I'm gonna ask for.
I think it's
Can you not fight it?
No, I'm not even finding it more. I'm not going to talk too much about it. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I have everything on camera. Everything's on camera. Every word that was spoken, because they thought they turned it off. When they put me.
And this footage is in a secret location.
Oh, of course, man. You don't keep that. You don't keep that stuff about you on. It's in the PSNI vaults. It's in Musgrave at the big circus. No, mate. So yeah. So they did scare me. I was going to quit, but after that, mate, it was a 2-year court case. 3 different judges. I sacked 3 different legal teams. So that because they were trying to shaft me.
Yeah.
Right. They said I assaulted them and all, but it didn't happen, which I beat the assault charges. But they had to find, you'll see the video yourself, folks, whenever I get it out. They had to find me guilty of something, mate, because PA&O European authorities were in deep doo-doo for what happened that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they found me guilty of disorderly behaviour.
Right, okay. Well, let's not say too much about PA because
it's
only fair I can travel on, right?
Yeah. So crazy times, mate. I was going to quit, but that gave me the
So when did it start to get better? When did you start to actually enjoy it? Because I can imagine like you must have been driven by anger and frustration because it would take something special to actually get you to get into this. You know, you're not going to start this for fun. Nobody starts this kind of thing for fun.
It was fun, and the thing is, I started it to educate people.
Yeah.
If I can educate one person on one video, I do. You know what I mean? I've said out what I have to do, Mark.
Definitely.
I've accomplished my goal.
That was your drive, right?
That was the drive.
That was your way of getting at them as well, I suppose.
To expose them, and after they attacked me, it was like, you know what? No prisoners.
Yeah.
No prisoners now. And anybody come at me, I'm on them.
Right, so when did this happen? So how long from you started? It was 4 years ago. So how long are we in there now? How long have you been in there when they're coming at you, they're putting guns at you, you're getting beat on the streets by the police?
That was, let me see, that was only a week of months under what I was doing.
Right, so let's go forward then. So how did you progress? How did you deal with it? You must have been a bit edgy. It must have been nerve-wracking going and like.
It was
it police stations you were doing?
Yes, it was all police stations. It was all police stations, mate. So it was.
So how many police stations have you been around?
I would say in Northern Ireland, maybe 15, 20 maybe.
And what kind of reception did you get from the police station?
At the start, nightmare. Reception was hostile environment.
Like what would happen? Would they come out,
grab me, cuff me, search me, you know what I mean? No questions asked me. Just as a security act, handcuffed there, handcuffed behind my back.
But you kept going back?
But I kept doing it, mate. I kept doing it because you don't know what, mate. I wasn't letting them win.
Right.
Especially when I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm exercising my rights.
Did any of these handcuffs and being arrested then lead to jail? Did they actually put you in the cells? Or?
Yes. I was in the cells a couple of times, so I represented myself a couple of times.
And what about your equipment?
My equipment, I had my equipment seized for 2 months.
Right.
So
did that not knock you back every time?
No, because fair play to subscribers who's watching, Sarah Patton's watching there, Jelly Willie will probably be watching. Subscribers don't need it be.
Yeah.
Cameras and
laptops to get me back, guys. Well
done. So the subscribers, big up the subscribers who's helped me.
This is what I say. Like I said in my platform as well. We can't do it without them.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, man. Respect these all.
Yeah, definitely. So you're getting hostile. You're getting arrested. So what happened? Did you have to go to court?
Yeah. I went to court a couple of times. So it was.
And what was the charges?
What was the charges? Let me see, man. Let me see. I was in court, so it was for antisocial behaviour.
Right.
Chief Constable John Boucher, absolute balloon head, tried to get an ASBO, antisocial behaviour order on me.
For going to the police station?
For being around police stations, for filming in public places.
Brilliant.
So, at the end of the day, he would have had to bring 70 witnesses in, which would have been staff getting in and out and saying they felt intimidated with a man standing in public with a camera, as you know.
Right.
So they would have had to bring 70 witnesses to court over this. Now this run 2 years. I showed you the clip earlier on in the kitchen there, like, but it ended up it got threw out. because at the end of the day, they were abusing my rights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would have been abusing the rights. It would
So-
have been.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the very first case of this in Northern Ireland, obviously, because
Yeah,
I was only one doing it. You know.
Yeah. So how long did it go on for? How long did this, like, getting arrested and handcuffed, and you kept going back? And when did that stop? Was it a year, 6 months?
No, it's still going to this day. Sure, I was handcuffed and held in Musgrave police station there at Christmas for 7 hours.
But that was something, that wasn't for a police station, that was for an alleged somebody
Ah,
that didn't like
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
So
That
we're
was
talking about going to police stations. When did they actually stop, like, coming out and arresting you for filming outside a police station?
It would have been, let me see, excuse me, it would have been 2 years ago probably.
Right.
2 years ago.
So
well, I
now
was arrested
Right.
and I was held in
Yeah.
Antrim station.
Right.
So I was for a while, and that, but it meant I was in Ballymena court, so I was, and the PPS offered no paperwork, no files, so it was through out. So it was, they offered no evidence.
Yeah. So if I was to go tomorrow with my trusted camera and then
Yeah.
and go to any police station and film the police coming and going, I wouldn't be arrested then, or any of my community could go out today and.
You shouldn't be arrested.
That's not good enough.
Right. But here's the thing. It's Northern Ireland. Me and you have grew up. We know what way the police work here. They're a different breed.
Yep.
To England,
Yep.
to Scotland, and Amsterdam with and they're a different breed to the Garda,
Yep.
which I filmed down there as well.
Yes, that's correct.
They're a
Yeah.
different breed in this country, mate.
So do you think it's because of the terrorism, because of the climate that we've lived in and grew up in?
Of course it is, and they use that.
Because it's not the RUC, it's the PSNI, it's a different
Yes.
force,
But
you know,
it's
I mean,
they're still in the same mindset, mate. Right, we know about the terrorism here in Northern
Yeah.
Ireland, 3 years of it all, the
Yeah.
ceasefire, 25 years.
and as well,
ceasefire,
all our police are armed. Every
Yeah.
single one of our police officers are armed. We don't have like in England and Scotland where they got a specialist firearms team that would come out of a certain police station. Every single one of our police stations have sidearms. You know, my 38s is it they carry?
It's Glock 19s now.
Right,
That's
okay.
their favourite 19. Glock 19. The 19 comes from it holds 19 rounds.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah,
Glocks. That's their favourite weapon. So
Yeah.
it's a standard issue actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trained. The PSNI are trained from back in the day. Treat everybody as a terrorist.
Right. Okay.
Treat everybody as a terrorist.
I'm just a citizen journalist.
Yes, I know. Honestly, you're trying to get this across. I'm a fucking cameraman. I would say to him, it's a camera
Yeah.
that shoots pictures, not bullets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Relax,
Yeah,
calm
yeah.
down, calm
But you
down.
know, it must be an insight for some of the auditors in England and Scotland to think, well, you've got it easy, guys. You've got it really easy compared to CJ. You know what I mean?
Think, how do I?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Really
You gotta
are.
give this man some love and respect. You know what I mean? Because like I think my love, you know, obviously it's like I say, I wouldn't go down that road. You know what I mean? I tread very carefully around the police. You know what I mean? But so that's you sort of. So when did you stop? Because you're not doing as many police stations now, I've noticed.
Right,
Now,
yeah.
so what do? You interact as much as you can when you see the police? Do you stop every time you see them if there's an incident? Do you?
Yes, well, now I'd film anything, as you know.
Yeah.
I got caught up there with a Palestine movement there,
Yeah.
so I did filming them, which was giving me great content.
Yeah.
So it was, so big up, Paddy's News if you're watching.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
still all clowns, by the way.
The clown magnet.
Yep. So yes, I'm sort of moved away from police stations, to be honest with you, Mark.
Yeah.
Was
Was there a reason? Was it because you were getting arrested and handcuffed? And
Well, there was
it
that
just-
as well, mate. There was that as well. Yeah, and it was getting a bit. The police started to catch on to what I was doing, and I wasn't. They were leaving me alone.
Right, so there's no content.
I came to a point to leave me alone. I wasn't getting any
Because we're
content.
not a big country, so like
Yeah.
Scotland and England,
Yeah.
guys could go down the south, Midlands, north, and each police station weren't aware, and you were getting content. They were getting content every time.
We're
on this.
England's still getting content
Yeah,
from the police.
You think they would be aware of
Yeah,
that this is
yeah.
that's what's about. All you gotta
Yeah.
do is not go near them, and there's no.
They even do it.
Yeah.
What's the old saying? Blank them and
Yeah.
go away after 10
But this
minutes.
is the power trip. You see, this is what I've noticed with the auditors, the police. It's the power trip. They can't not say something. Who are you with a camera filming outside our police station? How dare you take a photograph of me driving to this police station with a car?
Yeah.
You know, you're a public servant, mate. You know what I mean? You know, at the end of the day, it's and there is no terrorist threat. Well, maybe Islamic terrorist threat, but you know, there's no excuse. You know what I mean? At the end of I'm totally for total transparency of the police and auditing of the police. It should have been done a long time ago.
Oh,
this is the problem.
Yeah.
It has helped society. It has brought awareness to people that to let them know that the police do abuse their powers, you know, and they need to be kept in check, you know, without a doubt, you know what I mean?
They do abuse their powers 100%, yeah, and this is what we're out to show.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, in a nutshell, we're out to show the police, trying and hold them accountable, but trying to hold them accountable here in Northern Ireland when you're up against the police ombudsman who back them up to the hilt.
Yeah.
I actually have a lady cop, I'll call her lady, right?
Yeah.
Just because we're on camera. I'll call you lady because you're on camera, but
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
on my camera. Anyway, yeah, so I met her down one day. It was to give her, it was something to do with bail and handing over stuff, and I met her, and she wasn't telling me her body cam was switched on.
Right.
And this ding dong to me.
Yeah, school girl, right? Yeah.
Go through your rigmarole when you meet somebody and all, and came to the point that she remembered the camera, right? And she goes, any complaints taken to the ombudsman? The ombudsman has our backs.
Yeah. Well,
so there's what you're up against.
Yeah,
The police
yeah.
one's telling you, go to the ombudsman because nothing will happen because they have the police's back.
Yeah.
And that's sickening.
And just for anybody that's like, you know, doesn't really agree and they're sitting going that the police have got a difficult job. I would agree with that back in the day, back in the 90s and 80s and 70s and whatever, when it was at RUC. Yes, 100% a difficult job. Security had to be top notch for them. The last thing I would do would jeopardise a police officer's security by putting them on camera, and I think CJ would have been the same back then, but it's a different era now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that comes a different style of policing. And you know, it's a different society we're living in, so the police have to catch up. They can't keep living in the past and using past laws on a society that is changing. You know what I mean? It's like we are a lot more innocent now. It's a lot more subtle and you know it is. You know, obviously there is still fragments and dissidents and all that, and you know, but our intelligence services on top of all that. There's no excuse. You know, yes, the police. They're not all bad, and yes, they do have a difficult job, you know what I mean, in a lot of cases, and they go to things that are horrific, and they see some horrific things, but, you know, it doesn't give them the excuse to use their powers, and this is the whole point of it, you know what I mean, it's to be professional. All we're asking is to be professional. Remember that they're serving the public, you know what I mean, and that's important, and that's what we've got to get across here. We understand that the police do a job, that is quite difficult.
Yes, I do understand, I do understand, and they're public servants, they've codes of ethics, so they have to follow, you know what I mean, if they would just stick to the guidelines, stick to their own policies, and do not abuse them. It's the only job in the world, and this is right now in the world, that you can abuse every power in the book and get promoted.
Yeah.
Now, if it was me and you doing say painting or decorating and you've done something wrong, you'd be sacked.
You'd be sacked, yeah.
But these guys are doing things on a momentous scale.
Yeah.
Really breaking the law.
That's a good point, yeah.
I had a sergeant who handcuffed me for jaywalking. Threw me in the back of the van in Belfast, right, on a live stream, right?
Yeah. And by the way, we are one of the only countries in Great Britain that can be done for that.
It is.
It can't make that up, like.
It's jaywalking, it's under another name, I can't remember it here in a minute, I'm on the spot. But yeah, I phoned up him a few weeks later to inquire about him. He had moved from Musgrave up to Strongtown, is it?
Strongtown,
up on the North Road.
Yep.
And they couldn't find him under Constable, what was his name? I'll put his name out there. I can do it. I know I put his name out. Constable, was it Howard or something? Anyway, long story short, they finally found him. He was promoted to a sergeant. Promoted to a sergeant. After falsely doing me, put me on the van, and they only arrested me that day was to get the details.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But ERCJ audits, you know what I mean? They got you, you know what I mean?
Anything to get me in the van.
So now, as I see, so you do these vehicle checks. What's the vehicle checks about?
Well, the vehicle checks is basically just, they check our vehicles.
Right.
I check theirs.
Right, fair enough.
And the only thing I basically check is their tires, so to speak. You know, I'll look at their discs and their pads, and I'll see if they're low. I'll check the number plates out to see if they have the.
What's the biggest breach you found checking these cars out?
Baldy cars at Chimney Corner, funny enough. Funny
I
enough.
think there's a worse one than that because I can remember one of your videos.
Right,
Was there
right.
not a firearm left in one of the
Oh
cars?
yes, man, yes. So yes, folks, I have videos online there. If you don't know this, I was in a chemist one day, right?
I'll stick what I'll do. Any videos that we talk about, CJ will send me them and I'll stick the link up in the description. So if you want to come back to the video later on or tomorrow and have a wee quick go through all the links and you can watch the videos that we're talking about.
So yeah, so I was in a chemist, so I was, and I seen all unmarked cars flying by me with sirens.
Yeah.
So I come out of the chemist, jumped in the motor, had a wee drive round the estates, and came across them all parked up. They were raiding the house.
Right.
So I bounced out the cameraman, I walked about, so I did. Then I'm up and I was looking in round the cars, and I looked in through the window of a BMW,
Right.
unmarked police car,
Yeah.
and lo and behold, there's a firearm lying on the floor.
Okay.
A firearm.
What kind was it? Handgun? Machine gun?
It was like actually it was like a batting gun, mate. So it was like a batting gun. It was like a, you know, like a rifle, you know, sort of type thing. And the car was open. They left it, a firearm in the car, and the car was open. So I pointed this out to a constable, right? So he was standing there. He was actually dead on,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. And he come up and he looks in. And he says, yeah, there's a firearm, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And this made the doors open. He confirmed that the door was open, right? So I reported all this to the ombudsman, so I did, and the ombudsman came back saying that that the car wasn't open.
Right. So how did you know it was open?
Because the button was slightly up, right? When I was walking around doing it.
We're not allowed to touch them, are you? You're not allowed to touch the
If
car.
you touch the car, you're interfering.
Okay, so
right?
anybody is thinking about doing this kind of thing,
Don't touch the
Don't
cars.
touch the cars.
Don't touch the cars. Even though they're the public's, they're ours. You know.
Yeah.
So when I was standing walking around the car, next minute the hazard lights flashed, and the button went down. So I knew it was open because the cop came out of the house and pushed the button and locked the car.
Right.
So it was a sergeant.
Did you catch this on camera? Was that
Oh
on
yeah, it's
camera?
all on camera. All on camera. I mean, you know me. I don't
Did
miss
you
a
ever
beat.
check to see if there's any disciplinary action taken for?
Well, that's the thing about it, mate. That was the thing about it. The ombudsman come back to say that the car was. I done a video on this actually with the letter from the ombudsman. They were saying that the car was must have been accidentally opened when it entered the house.
Yeah.
Right. And they will basically have a word with them. It's all on the video. It's all on the video. Yeah. So there's what you're up against. Mate.
So in general, what kind of harassment do you get? Has you been the last 4 years? I mean, there's still a lot to talk about, right? But I just want to, in the middle of this interview, because I think we are a bit in the middle, you know. So so like in general, what kind of harassment do you get right now, or do they hassle you when they see you?
From the police?
Yeah.
No.
Right. So
they leave me alone.
right, that's good.
They
But it's taken a long time.
They
Right?
leave me alone. It's took a long time. It's took me going to jail over this and stuff as well. You know, in prison for 10 weeks, got 5 months prison, served half the time, you know. But now the police.
5 months, that's what, 2.5 months?
Yeah, so 10 weeks I've done.
Right,
yeah,
10 weeks.
10 weeks I've done. So, yeah, so the
So
police.
just on that, what jail were you in? What jail did you
I
go to?
went to Magabry.
Magabry.
I've done 2 weeks in Magabry. Had a wee disagreement with a couple of prison officers and got moved down to McGilligan, you know.
So what was McGilligan like?
Oh,
It's been a
McGilligan.
wee while, like, for me, you know.
McGilligan's all changed, mate. It's all changed. The same H block type things.
Right,
anyway,
yes,
you know,
that's correct, yeah.
You know, same blocks. There's a committal unit. It's all different.
They
now.
still have the gardens with the porta cabin and the greenhouse.
Yeah,
Is it
the
still-
old army type fucking
Yeah.
tin huts and all.
Yeah.
They still have
So what was it
all
like in general with this, as far as like, you know, like Protestants and Catholics? Because that's a
Well,
big deal over here, you know
right,
what I mean?
well, here's the thing with Catholics and Protestant here in Northern Ireland. When I first went down to McGilligan, when I walked onto the wing, I actually thought it was a Protestant wing
Right,
because the first 3 guys I seen all had Rangers tops on.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
I went, that's a problem, mate. Then next minute, 2 boys come out with Celtic shirts on.
Yeah.
So when the Catholics and Prods are in prison here in Northern Ireland, we get on.
Right.
We all get on.
Yeah,
It's a jail thing, so it is.
Yeah,
There's no bitterness.
yeah.
So there's no bitterness.
See, what I found, when, like, even going back to when I was 16, in Highbank especially, what they did was they would put more Protestants in one wing and less Catholics. and then in another wing they would put more Catholics and less Protestants. So if anything happened to the Catholics in one wing, then the Protestants would be vulnerable in the other wing, and that's how they, because obviously it was the young offenders, and a lot of us were already in, like some of us were Republican and orders prisoners as young men going into the, because we were only 16, so then when we got sentenced we had to go to hideout, and that was one of the things. Was there anything like that? Did you notice there was a, you know, I'm just interested myself to see if that kind of tactic was still being used.
No, that tactic's not being used, mate. It's split up 50-50, so to speak.
Yeah. And how many wings is there?
Well, down in McGilligan, well, there's H1, H2, H3, there's Floyd House, I think, as well.
Right.
Well, Floyd House is for people working out, people at the end
of their sentences.
Of their sentences. Yeah. There's the committal wing, I forget what you call the committal wing when you come in, it's like a new building in the prison. Yeah. But no, the numbers, mate, are basically the same. There's no border, but the drugs. Yeah, the drugs, mate, are...
Yeah, so there was no drugs in the jail when I was, like, when I was in the jails, you know what I mean? Like, even cannabis was unheard of, you know what I mean? But there is changes in Northern Ireland. Yeah, and I do talk about it, and, you know, I'm not going to go into who's bringing it in and what areas that they're in, but, you know, I don't find, like, heroin or crack or anything like that in any of the areas that I'm in, you know.
Well, it's in prison.
Right.
It is in prison. Another thing about the prison, most people coming in, crackheads, off the heroin and stuff, they're getting substituted.
So can I ask you, like, and it might be a bit controversial and you don't have the answer. Yeah. So, in your opinion, what side of the community is the majority of people that are coming in as crackheads and heroin addicts?
That's 50-50.
50-50.
That's 50-50. Yeah. And what I was saying there, Mark, is as well, if you're coming in as a heroin head, skeg head, whatever you know, you're getting substituted drugs
from the government.
Yeah, they wean you off the heroin, and Subutex and stuff like that. But what they're doing is, so when they're getting in, they're getting Subutex, they're getting all the strong painkillers and all, which they're using on the wing for.
Yeah. Was that a problem being a non-user of drugs and like yourself? Did you?
No, well, I didn't take anything.
Yeah, so what was it like being? Because I know what it was like for me in Berlin and Scotland. You know what I mean? It was like fucking hell, man. It was an eye opener for me.
Oh, it was definitely an eye opener. I mean, there's guys in there, fellas in there that haven't even got phase because they're staying in their tuck shop on the likes of Subutex. The Subutex is getting by the doctors. They can cut that into 8 slices. Right. 8 slices now and sell them for £20 each. Right. So basically the prison is supplying the drugs. Right. Plus all the strong painkillers like
so they would be selling the Subutex to get something else. Was there a lot of outside drugs?
Yeah, there was.
So it was easy enough to get.
Yeah, of course it was, man. Of course it was. Right, okay. And the favourite way is smuggling it in.
Well, I don't know if we should be talking about stuff like that. Go for it, man. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's that's just the old jail guy in me that you know. But you know, it's drugs, and I don't agree with drugs in the jail. So yeah, go for it.
Well, I'd say 2 years ago, I was in 25 years ago. I was charged with assault, and I got jailed 25 years ago. And back then it was only hash, weed. Yeah. No, there wasn't no such thing. There was no grass back then.
Right, that's correct. It was just brown.
It was just cannabis soap.
Cannabis soap,
you know what I mean, all that stuff, mate. Yeah. So it was, but now we've moved on with things.
Yeah, so there's no. Is there any weed at all? Is it just hard drugs now?
They don't really smoke the weed because
it stays in their system too long.
You can smell it all over the line.
Right, of course.
They smoke. It's called paper now. It's paper which is sprayed on letters, envelopes and stuff.
And what about spice?
That's what it is. The spice is sprayed onto the paper, sorry.
So we've got spice in our jails.
We've got spice in the jails, and what they do is it comes in on the letters, so it does, comes in on cards, birthday cards, sprayed, soaked in it. And I'll give you an example, like the size of a Zippo lighter, it's cut, a piece of paper the size of a Zippo lighter, it's selling for £50 in the prison. And what they're doing is they're breaking off these strips and smoking it. Yeah. And that's their spice hit. Right. But the green, the grass, is too smelly. Right. Okay. And the screws can detect it well easy, you know. So that's why there's not too much of it in the prison, you know.
So it's a learning experience as well, what you're doing, you know what I mean? Being put in the prison and experiencing that, you know what I mean? It is like, you know, it must be an eye opener. It gives you an understanding of society in Northern Ireland. So you've done the jail and that, and you've been doing, so any other stories that you want to, as you're going, starting it out, anything that you want to mention that I don't know about or we know even know to ask about?
Other stories, man. I've plenty of stories, mate. There is plenty of stories there. Different scenarios, down south, doing stuff, being in Amsterdam, getting assaulted by police.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got off the plane, went to the hotel
Yeah.
in Amsterdam.
Why go to Amsterdam? Why go to the south? Is it just to
Different,
change and learn?
different police forces.
Right.
To get the reaction of the police forces.
Is it not a bit risky going
Of
to jail
course,
in a
of
foreign
course,
jail?
of course it's risky, mate. Of course it is. But what we're doing is legal.
Yeah.
We're lawful. I keep saying legal. I hate that word. It's lawful.
Right.
What we're doing is lawful, mate.
Okay.
And you're going to do this to expose these people, right? Hopefully not get assaulted and hopefully not get jailed. But so to speak, it's a hazard you're doing when you're walking up to these men and women that are meant to protect me and you. You know what I mean?
So before we go on about the changes to your platform and the changes to the footage that you've been bringing us guys, what's it been like, the change of attitude with the police and everyone knowing your name, them all knowing your name, from sergeants to inspectors to the bobby on the street? What's that been like for you?
Well,
has it been good, or is it like?
At the start, they used to try and dox me in videos that I was doing, that I went, charge. So obviously the police aren't allowed to call their name out in public place, you know what I mean? Because they're barred under GDPR.
Right. So is that why whenever the police pulled me the other day, they wanted to speak to me? Because obviously they always say, any of our guys, they'll say, we need to speak to you, and they'll try and take them away on their own. Is that what that's about?
That's about, so there's no witnesses to what's being said between you two. Right.
Uh-huh.
And that's what it is. If me and you were out there tonight and two cops rolled up, they'd pull you to the side and pull me to the side, so as you couldn't hear what he said to me and I couldn't hear, because you're a witness to me and I'm a witness to you, and that's why the police separate you every time. So
what's your advice to people, because I know what advice I'd give, what's your advice to people whenever the police try to pull you away from a group of your mates or a group of anything?
Stay as close as you can, do not interfere, stay at a safe distance so you're not obstructing the police officers. Get your fucking phones out and record these clowns. So
we have the right to record any police officer in any form of what they're doing because they're filming us.
No. They're a public servant.
Right. So even if they don't have their body worn cams on, we can still film.
Yes, they're a public servant.
Illegal.
Now, if a policeman was walking down the town, I can walk behind him at a safe distance and record him.
But what if a bit of policeman's coming up to ask you about an incident or
record. Never asked them. I seen somebody there the other day actually turn around and ask the police, "Can I record you?" And I was thinking, what the fuck are you asking for? Record, it's your legal right to record.
And it's to protect yourself as well, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what it is.
Especially in the Patriot world, I don't need to tell my guys or any of our guys this, you know what I mean? Our guys know this, you know what I mean? But anybody that is getting involved in our stuff in the Patriot world and the active right-wing activist stuff, you know, you never ever interact with the police unless you're rolling your camera, you know, or you've got witnesses or somebody's rolling the camera, and that's really important, you know what I mean? And it goes without saying, you know what I mean? I just want to get that out of the way so everybody understands that, you know what I mean? It is legal, there's nothing lawful, it is lawful, and don't be shy.
The thing is, this worked for me a couple of times. Tell them you're recording, because it brings them down. They will behave 9 times out of 10 because they know you're being recorded. You know what I mean?
So what about the actual, are we putting these officers at risk by putting them online?
No. I don't think so, no. I don't think so.
Not in this day and age.
Not in this day and age. Maybe 25 odd years ago, you possibly, you could have been, you know, but in this day and age, no. And the thing is as well, now, they signed up for a job, public servants, they're in the public eye, they should expect to be recorded and put online. To be recorded, it's a digital word, CCTV word. Me and you record it every day of the week.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And so you use viewers at home, you know.
Photons, as Johnny
Photons.
So we'll get your comments, we will get a chance to get a wee chat, you know what I mean, and all that, guys, definitely. So, so you've been doing it for like I say 4 years. We're probably about 2 years in right now, and the police have got used to you. You've been arrested, you've been in jail. So when did it start to change? When did it start to get really exciting for you? Because it's been exciting watching for us, you know what I mean?
Well, it was always exciting, mate. It was a thrill. It's a balls, man. It is a balls, man. It is balls. Back in the days, I was a raver back in the days, popped a few pills back in the day, man. And the high off that was great, by the way, as you know. But what I do when I walk away from scenarios, incidents, the adrenaline pumping me is better than any ecstasy pill I took back in the day.
Fair enough. Thanks for your honesty, man. So what I'm really getting at is the Palestinians.
Right.
The Palestinians.
That's wow.
Of course, yeah. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So when did that all start? Let us know, because I came back in May and fell right into it, you know what I mean? And like it was already rolling and all the rest of it, you know what I mean? So, you know, like I say, you've been doing this a lot now. I was over in England doing stuff, but I was focused on demos and speaking at demos like, you know, Scotland, England, Leeds, Liverpool, Glasgow, and wasn't really bothering with any of the Palestinian things, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I just didn't see the point, but now I do, obviously.
Yeah, well, I started off with the Palestinians, man, so
how long goes that now? Is it just a year or
it's
over a year?
A year and a half. Could be closer to, Mark.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I might have to scroll back through videos.
Yeah.
I started off in Belfast. Now, this was, it wasn't even planned or anything. Like, I was in Belfast, so I was, and there was a march with about 10,000 Palestinians.
Right.
Palestinians, and I will call them Palestinians.
Yeah, well, they call themselves Palestinians.
Well, they call themselves
I've seen the
Palestinians,
TikToks and all that.
so-
There's probably one or two watching right now.
So I was in Belfast. I was filming something else. I can't remember what I was filming that day, and I was basically winding down. I was going to head home there and get the train. So I was, and came across the big demo of the Palestinians. So it was a lovely summer's day, mate, and I was walking in through the crowd. So I was I spoke to a guy I knew from Larne years ago, right? And he's like, "Oh, Charlie, I know you, know, mate. Your brother and all this here." He was a Palestinian.
Yeah.
Right? I'll point this guy out. Do you know him? The guy that always beats the drum with a
Yes,
mask.
sir, I know who you're talking
He was
about,
there unmasked.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And he shook my hand.
Right.
It's all on video.
Yeah.
He shook my hand and they were like, "Ah, but what's your channel? What's your channel?"
Yeah.
Right, but here's, I will get back to this in a minute, but here's why all them Palestinians watch my channel, because I was filming the police, and most of these Palestinians are nationalists, Catholics, Republicans. I will say that, because
everybody's aware of that.
there's hunger,
Kelly and all
there's hunger strikers and all there, you know.
Yeah, that's correct.
So all these guys, all these Palestinians would have been watching me back in the day, and probably half of them would have been subscribers. So when they met me in Belfast that day, there was a wee bit of, "Hey, what's your channel for, you know?" Right? But later on in that video, they started to surround me and all, because they didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
The other guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was getting content, so I was getting surrounded, getting pushed about in the crowd, trying to intimidate me and all stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So the content, I was thinking to myself, you know what, this is actually good content. People want to see what way these peaceful protesters conduct themselves in public to a man with a camera. These peaceful.
So I think you would have realised that when you see the views. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so the few shot up in that video, so the few shot up. So thank you, Palestinians, you've given me about 1 million views, so you have. So
and how many subscribers? Did the
the subscribers went through the roof, man, so it did. So yeah, so from then on in, I was like, you know what, man, I'm a peaceful man.
Yep.
I am a peaceful man. I walk around doing my thing. And if people come to me, I will hold my own, I will defend myself.
Yep.
And it ended up coming to a point, every Palestine peaceful protest, allegedly, I had to defend myself.
Every single one?
Every single one. Every single one.
And when did it change? What happened? Is it because they were showing, because you're only rolling with a camera, you're not like there antagonising anybody. I've never seen you once, maybe the end of last year, the end of the summer, when it was getting a bit brutal, you know, I was getting spat in the face. There was a lot of stuff going on, right? So there was, you were interacting a wee bit more with them, but at the start you weren't there as an agitator, you weren't there as a right winger or any supporting Israel. Do you support Israel?
No.
No. So you're neither here nor there, are you?
I have no beliefs, I have no religious beliefs.
Right.
Like, I am a Protestant, everybody knows I'm a Protestant, right?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've been called a loyalist. I've been called a Nazi.
We'll get the all that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
in my head, I've got
So they were giving me the views. I was turning up, so I was keeping my mouth shut, letting them come to me, letting them assault me, call me this, call me that, call me racist, call me all this far right bullshit.
Yeah.
Which I'm fucking not. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah. So
We'll get to that.
so I was getting the content from them. So.
Yeah.
It
So at this stage,
it was sucker me in.
it sort of worked really well because at this stage the police knew you.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the police knew you. So
Yeah.
that was sort of in your favour as well because they knew they had limits. You know, obviously the Palestinians didn't understand why you could be filming and how you could be there all the time, and they were constantly saying to the police, "Get him away!" So that was happening a lot.
So the police knew that they couldn't abuse my rights and tell me, basically, fuck off.
Yeah.
The police knew that they couldn't try and arrest me under a breach of the peace.
Yeah.
Or what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for here? Public order offences.
Right,
Because they knew I knew.
Yeah.
They knew I knew. They knew that I knew, and they knew 9 times out of 10. CJ, just calm it down a bit. And I was as far as I went with the police.
Yeah.
Because the police knew I had told them, New York
Yeah.
don't arrest me, man. Don't arrest me because it's going to be unlawful.
Yeah.
You know, so this is what the Palestinians couldn't get in their heads. Why isn't he getting arrested? He's antagonising us. He's this, he's doing that, but of us doing nothing. They were the ones that were doing it to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So big up Palestinians again.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking clowns, but thank yous for the views and the content.
Yeah, like I say, I've had some amazing videos from them, so many views, and like you, I've gained a lot of subscribers to it, you know what I mean, and it's like, it's quite remarkable, isn't it? What do you make of it all? Like, it is quite divisive for our country. Like right now, we're at peace. We've been at peace for over 20 years, and I think people forget how long we've actually been at peace. Well, as far as the ceasefire's been called and all that.
26 years.
Yeah, but then there was a wee bit of, you know, there was a probation period where there was still a bit of violence on both sides. But we are generally going in the right direction. Obviously, Sinn Féin are causing a lot of problems with the Irish sign language and all the rest of it, and the flags and whatnot. But the Palestinians, it is quite divisive for our country. It is causing us problems right now.
Yeah.
You think, what's their goal? Do you think they're driving a wedge between the communities?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Oh, I don't know if it's the whole point, but they are doing it. They are doing it, and it's all one-sided, as you know yourself, Mark.
Yeah.
It's nationalists, Republicans, Catholics.
Yeah.
So there's like,
Yeah. Well, they'll say, they'll disagree. You know, obviously we know them, and we have guys who watch the videos. I've got guys around me who are very intelligent and have photographic memories and know all these guys and phone me up and say, that's such and such, that's such and such. And I'm like, because I'm not aware of it. Some of them I do know, you know what I mean? But there's quite a lot there that
Homer's wrong. Yeah.
So
he served time for the Republic.
So you think there's a general core of people who are just wanting peace and don't like what they see what happening in Gaza and Palestine, and then it's being hijacked by the Republican movement?
I
you think that's
good point. Bang on the head.
Right.
You've hit the nail on the head.
right?
Yeah, you have, of course.
And
That's exactly what's happening.
right,
It's been hijacked.
right, okay.
You know, and now they're starting to bounce on to the
Venezuela.
Palestinian. It's now the Palestinian movement now. It's now the Palestinian
Well,
movement now.
listen, all we can say is like keep it up, guys. You know what I
Because
mean? You know?
and here's the thing, and
We'll be there to record.
this is why I'm calling it
Record
the
it.
Palestinian,
Yeah,
because it's all the Palestine ones that are. It's a dirty dozen. It's the same dirty dozen.
so do you think it's basically anything that goes against like the American, British, you know, because we're all sort of. They're all thinking Trump. For some reason, they hate Trump as much as they hate the British government.
They do hate Trump, right? They hate Trump. Well, you know, last year, Sinn Féin would usually send delegates over, MPs over, ministers over to the USA for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
The last couple of years, Sinn Féin have sent nobody over.
yeah.
And this is because of the establishment, Trump and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and I also think it's
You know?
because they're probably not welcome anymore because of the rhetoric and the way they're speaking. You know what I mean?
Well, if you look back through history, mate, and you know the Republic movement, IRA, whatever, had the biggest following. There was arms shipped to the IRA to fight a cause back in the day. You know what I mean? It's now Sinn Féin all America, no, because we want against the Green.
So CJ audits the bringing the police to, you know, putting them on the spotlight and doing the police stations and just basically like rights as an auditor. That's where you've been, and then you fell into the Palestinian thing, the Palestinians, whatever you want to call them, the headers that come into our city centre every weekend and stand outside banks and all the rest of it, and Tesco's or whatever, you know what I mean? Just crazy people, and they are like crazy people. Some of them are nuts, you know, they are left wing. There is that faction of students that we see Antifa and we see that come out against us, you know, and in England, they're all the same sort of misfits of society, mixed in with the
purple hair, red
hair, caterpillars, you know, they don't have children and all this. It is, but it's ironic that every single demo that you see, the counter demos against the right, they all look exactly the same no matter what part of Britain or Ireland you're in.
And here's another thing, England as well, like you're saying there, you touched on a good point there. And here's the thing, if they were legitimate fighting or back in Palestine and standing up and all that there, why the masks?
Yeah.
Why the masks?
Well,
why did they cover up?
Well, they say it's because they get targeted. I don't understand it, because they come from areas that, like us, Protestant Catholic areas. So a lot of them do come from these Catholic areas, and where it is generally the Palestinian flags and the Hamas flags, and they support them. I'm not saying the community support them, but the people that run in these areas are putting the flags up, so they are pretty safe. You know what I mean? But like I say, when I ask them, they goes, "Oh, I just don't want to get targeted, and I don't want to do this." I think, like I say, you know, I think you're ashamed of what.
Yeah. And I would say that too. I would say that too. Now I do get the point. That people in their jobs, certain situations, certain jobs, don't want to be seen to be involved. I do get that. But if you look at the likes of the protests, especially in England, you've just been back from Bristol.
Yep.
I done a Palestine one in Bristol where I was attacked trail through the crowd. You have a
it's a very left wing city. Very diverse. It's very diverse.
It's a stronghold,
it is,
so to speak, man.
Yeah, it is.
But if you look at all these here Antifa or whatever, Palestinians, whatever, like 7 out of 10 of them are masked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So 7 out of 10 of them, and that's not.
So why are they allowed? So like when we at our demos, like the police have they have a no mask tolerance. You know what I mean? They, you know, like we've seen it over and over again. Even the boys in East Belfast who do the patrols. I've seen the police stopping them and demanding they take their mask down. You know about, we spoke about this when it happened. We had a phone call about it, and we were trying to cover the legalities of it, because they were asking them to take their hoods down and everything. And you were saying that they can't ask them.
They can't go. Well, they can't. Well, it comes under the Northern Ireland Order, so it does 1987. Now the mask thing is, it's got to do with, it was brought in for football hooligans.
Right.
So it was. So this is why this law was brought on. You're not allowed to wear face covering, i.e. because of the riots at football, hooligans and all this.
But if I want to walk down the main street with a mask on, surely that's my right.
Yes, you can.
So why did these guys, when they're doing a night patrol at night time, why were they approached and demanded legally that if you didn't, there was going to be charges?
They were demanded unlawfully. You have to know the law, Mark, right? The no mask thing has to be put in place by an inspector. Right, and it's usually only put in place in demonstrations, football matches.
But I think this did come from the top, because they wanted to capture their images. They wanted to see who was involved. You know what I mean? Because these guys have had a lot of
a lot of flack from I get that, but it has to be put in place. There's no.
So what do these guys do whenever, or any guys that are doing anything right now and want to hide their identity when it comes to the police and the police body worns? How do they, if a policeman comes up and says, take your mask down so we can body worn camera you or whatever, because they actually had cameras, but it wasn't just body worn, they were filming them. So how do they know, or do they have to get shown a bit of paper?
Well, see, you have to ask the police, is that their section 1987 public order or section 21 1987? It has to.
So can the police not to say yes it is?
But here's where. But if they say yes it is, ask the phone inspector and see if the inspector put that in place. It has to be put in place.
Can you ask for an inspector to come down at that time?
You can ask for an inspector and a sergeant to clarify this.
Right.
I would recommend to everybody, do not take your face covering off unless this thing is put in place. And if the policeman says it's put in place, you need to see this
Yeah.
or need to hear this from the sergeant stroke inspector.
Right.
The inspector organised.
So at the demos that we
Yeah.
have where in city centre and stuff like that, and guys are masked up, there would be a section would
Yes,
be in place.
the section 21 or section 21.
So the advice at them sort of things, if you are masked up and the police tell you your best is.
Well, I think you've probably heard this, Mark, at the Belfast one, because I heard it one day over the meat wagon, the PSNI cruiser, whatever you want to call it.
The Land
Rovers.
Yeah.
It's been called like it's in place, face coverings must be removed.
Right.
But the thing is, the likes of me and you being citizen journalists, whatever, that doesn't apply to us. That only applies to the protesters.
Right, okay.
So bear that in mind.
Okay,
It does not apply to
okay.
you because you're not.
See, I don't cover my face because I you know.
Well, I used to cover my face,
Yeah.
and I don't. But it doesn't apply to me and you because me and you are not part of the protests.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got you,
It
got
only
you.
applies to protesters, mate.
So
And
if everybody just becomes a citizen journalist then?
Yeah. I'm a citizen journalist, mate. I'm not taking this off, you know what I mean, mate? There's a perfect example outside that night that the Palestinians attacked, started throwing bottles. You were there that night outside the City Hall.
Yeah, that's
There
right.
was a young guy standing with his mask up, and the inspector asked him would he remove it. And I said to the inspector, he doesn't have to remove it.
Yeah.
And I asked the inspector, was that part of the law in place?
Yeah.
And he goes, no. So he doesn't have to remove his mask
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Then another cop was talking to him, and I said to the cop, if it's in place, let him know.
Yeah.
Then he will remove it, but it's not in place, so he doesn't have to remove it.
Right. Okay. So
You know?
let's get on to the what I think is the most damning for you as just an auditor. You know, you've been to the Palestinian demos and you've been to our demos. So you've been categorised as a far righter. You've been categorised as in our movement, part of our movement, a right wing activist. How does that make you feel? And I know, be honest about it, you know.
I get what you do. I get what you do, and respect to what you do. You're a citizen journalist.
Thank you.
I've only one bit of advice to you.
Go ahead.
Keep doing what you're doing.
That's what everybody says.
Keep doing what
That's what
you're doing.
everybody says, yeah.
But I'm not really interested in that work, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Now, I will stand with you.
So why do you stand with it? Is it because you can't stand with them?
Well, I stand with you because I know you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you, I'll talk to Lindsay, I'll talk to whoever else is there because I know them. Plus the simple fact is as well, I feel a bit safer in amongst you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you tried to get in with them ones?
And with
The other side?
the other side of the
The
lefties.
counter protest, yeah.
No, anything, well I do get in with them, yeah, I do get in with the account. Of course you've seen me in amongst them, aye. Well, obviously I'm not welcome, but I will go in there, so
Yeah.
I will go in and get my footage off them because they give me great content.
Yeah.
But I will come over to you, have a drink of water, have a cigarette,
Yeah.
let the hair down, let the hair down for a bit,
Yeah.
then I will go back to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because obviously I'm going to feel safer with you because you treat me all right.
Yeah.
I'm not part of your movement. I probably never will be.
Aye,
Because,
well, we'll see
you
about
know,
that.
I probably never will be. I know you're trying to convert me, but we're not going to do that road, folks. But no, mate.
But you know, so what's happened? What's actually happened for this to happen? Like, tell the guys what you've had to put up with papers, TikToks, Facebook posts. But the left have really put you in the same.
So the lefties, you know, as you want to call them, you know, I just call them clowns. Anyway, they label me loyalist. They label me far right.
Yep.
I've been in. There's a lot of TikToks going around with Mark in it and the likes of Stevie Baker in it.
Peggy, Lindsay,
Peggy, everybody in it. At the end of the day, there's
Glenn Kane. there's the bold CJ.
And at the end, there's me in it. There's me in it. Like, you know what I mean, man? I do my own thing. Like, I don't work basically. It's not even work. I hate saying the word work. It's a hobby what I do, and I enjoy every minute of what I do. But for people to call me loyalist, far right, Nazi, you know what I mean, man? It actually annoys me, Mark. It doesn't.
Are you not used to it? Because we're used to
yes,
it. You know what I mean?
Right. It annoys me, but I'm used to it.
Yeah.
And the likes of haters online throwing comments and all. See that all that, Mark.
Yeah.
I tell you about this as well, so I have off camera it just goes over the head, folks.
Yeah.
It goes over the head. Call me what you want. It goes over my head, mate.
Yeah.
I don't lose any sleep, mate. I
Yeah.
sleep like a fucking baby, mate. So
Yeah.
I sleep well, mate.
So what's your message to everybody out there, the papers, the left, the Palestinians who categorise you and label you exactly like me and the people around me?
Well, the message is, like, at the end of the day, leave me alone. I won't make you famous. If you leave me alone, don't give me content. You won't be lit up like Christmas trees online. You won't be the fools you're making yourselves out to be. Leave me alone. I'm not racist. I'm not far right. I'm just a fucking cameraman walking around gathering content. So at the end of the day, all your stupid comments anyway go over my head. So if you want to bring the hate on, bring it on. It doesn't annoy me at the end of the day. It used to annoy me being called far right,
Yeah.
but it doesn't.
But just to keep the hate coming, he is a good friend of Freedom Dad.
Yeah, man.
That's enough to get you hate, you know what I mean, these days. So,
and
because we don't want the hate to stop or you'll be no content.
Well, that's
You know what I
true.
mean? Let's be careful.
That's
You're
true.
right,
Like,
you know?
so, and the old saying is, years ago, this goes back years ago, so technically I'm guilty by association.
Yep.
You
So,
know,
we're talking about that.
Yeah.
Let's go. So, you've been in the papers recently because of association. I believe you've been again labelled with Stevie
Yes,
Baker.
right.
So, what happened with that? You need to get that
Right,
out of the way.
story there, run there not that long ago actually. I was in Belfast court, so I was to see another guy, so I was about legal advice. Fair play to the man's helped me on a couple of cases.
Yes, I know he is. He's a good
know,
lad, yep.
over
Very
the last-
intelligent man, yep.
Over the last 4 years, so I went to Belfast court there not that long ago, and the guy was actually giving Stevie Baker advice and helping him.
correct,
This
yeah.
man knows everything about the law. Blah blah blah. Me, Stevie, and the guy were talking. Stevie was called in the court, and the newspapers ran with us here. I think it was not that long ago. Anyway. So the newspapers ran with Stevie Baker appears in court. CJ Audits, aka Charles, blah blah blah, was refused entry to the court. Far right activist who turns up at protests was refused entry for wearing a body cam into the court,
Yep.
which is lies because I didn't even have the body cam on. It was in my bag.
What, the newspaper told lies? Fuck's sake, man. Are you sure?
I don't know. I did. No, so there you go. There's mainstream media labeling me as far right, you know, my man, and making up stories that I had a camera on, which I didn't. The camera was in my bag. So
Yeah.
mainstream media or lick the back.
Right, so we've covered quite a lot there. We're more or less up to current day with that news article. So recently you had a wee break. What happened? If you want to tell us what happened and what was going on in your head.
The break
and
is,
stuff like
Mark,
that.
you would know yourself, Mark. This is full on, mate. This is full on. Like, it is full on. Coming down to editing, reading messages, replying, gathering the content as well. Like, you know what I mean? It's full on, mate. I was under pressure because I like to keep you, obviously, my subscribers. Use make the channel by watching me, obviously.
And you use a GoPro and the camera, so you have footage on multiple devices.
I would usually use 2 GoPros and my phone.
So you got a body worn, you got the GoPro, and you got your phone.
It depends what mood I'm in. Usually at the party stains, I won't use my phone because I had my phone snatched on the live stream, and it took me 4 hours to find.
Let's talk about that. What happened? We'll go back to the break, but just because you brought that up,
Yeah.
we gotta touch on that now. So what happened? Tell us what happened.
Well, it was in Belfast, party stains as usual.
And this is a video. It's out there.
This video's out
So
there, the live stream.
I'll stick the link in the description.
It was
If
the
I
live
get
stream.
time tonight, I'll do it tonight. If not, I'll definitely do it tomorrow, guys.
Right.
If you come back to this live, check all the links out.
This here whole incident was live streamed.
Right.
So it was, and we had the likes of your man Sean Brown.
Yes.
You know who Sean is, don't you?
Yes, we all. Quite a lot of us know who Sean Brown is.
Left wing activist.
Yes. Hi, Sean.
Get that in you, son. Get that in you. You know where you're putting it, don't you? You know, right up you, son, right into the vein, you rat. Right. Anyway, but yeah. So So
For educational, and you can finish it off. Entertainment purposes. Yes.
yeah, of course, man.
Yes.
This is in the public interest.
Yes.
So I was in around the courts filming the poly stains. two of them come at me, the same guy with a drum,
Yeah.
with a mask
Yes,
and all,
yes.
all come at me and all, brought up my kid and all that,
Right.
on a live stream and all. So the protest had ended.
Right.
I was heading back up to Chester Street, walking away from the courts, and a guy approached me and snatched the camera, the live stream out of my hands.
And he was off.
And he, off in the crowd, he passed it to a woman.
Right.
So he did, and she passed it back to him, but I still thought she had.
But you don't know none of this, you only know this because you watched the live stream back.
Yes, but
and
they got
obviously
it back. See, because I thought
the moderators were on it and everything as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So I phoned a guy from Ballymena. We Nathan Linus. He was on a live stream, so he was, and I had a spare phone with me, so I rung, and he goes, the phone's still ringing. The phone's still running. The live stream is running, but it's dark. There's no, but you can hear people talking on it.
Yeah.
So I was following the woman because I thought she had it because I seen it being passed to her, but she had passed it back to the guy who originally snatched it.
Right.
So I was following her, and he was away, but they had met up because you could hear them talking on the live stream.
Right.
Then they ditched the phone in a bin in North Street where the taxi rank is.
Yeah.
Back taxis, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
They ditched it in there, so we were listening back on the live stream. We could hear them saying, dump the phone.
Yeah.
So we could hear it rattling and they're binning down. So we walked around Belfast, every bin in Belfast for 3 odd hours with my spare phone. This is all online, a live stream, ringing my phone.
Yeah.
And the last bin, we were going to give it up.
Yeah.
And we were in North Street, and I thought, it has to be North Street, the taxi rank.
Yeah.
My phone rang. Full video will be lifting it out of the bin. Dripping
Coming
beer.
back together.
So people say to me, you ever been caught bin hooking? Yes, it's online, me bin hooking, yeah. So that was, you know what, and from that day onwards, I'll be honest with you, Mark, I had find my phone turned off that day, everything. All they had to do with that phone that day was end the live stream.
I'm assuming you tell them.
No, I don't use the phone right now.
Yeah.
All they had to do that day was end that live stream, and they would be able to get into all my photos of me and my family.
Yeah.
Personal.
Because it was open.
Because they still had open,
man.
you know. So
very, very
from then on,
they're not the brightest, but thankfully.
Yeah, but I think the reason why they ditched it, most phones are trying to find my phone.
Yeah.
That's why I think they ditched it.
Right, of course.
That day, I didn't have it turned on.
Right.
But we got it in the air. We got there.
So that is something that we do fear, you know what I mean? All of us, anybody that does this is, you know, this is why we have security. Well, I have anyway, because especially in the town and stuff like that, because they will try and grab our devices, you know what I mean? They will try and do that, and it's something that we're aware of, and we take precautions now, because I think you have something that wraps around your wrist as well.
Yeah.
That's
right.
So, getting back to you, so you had a wee break and all that, so yeah, it's the auditing, the work, everything put in. Is it just after Christmas and New Year as well? And
it was a mixture of everything, mate. It was a mixture of Christmas, don't really like Christmas.
Yeah.
Same reasons as you, mate.
Yep.
We've been through the system.
Yep.
We have, both of us have. We've
course,
been in the same places and all that. We know the
same
thing,
background,
yeah. Historical basic quarry, all that there, but you know, without saying too much, you know,
course,
so
Christmas has never been anything special for us.
Cardboard turkey. In prison, you got cardboard turkey for Christmas. So I will actually say this here. Me and Mark are sort of similar. Maybe cut from the same cloth, like different views. Like we've been there, we've been through the system. Christmas is a bad time for me. Always was. Same as this guy here beside me. So after Christmas, mate, I had a few problems so I had with laptops and stuff as well, mate. And for use of viewers, man, I'm under pressure to try and get these material out every week. I usually try and get these a couple of videos out, you know, so I was under pressure, man, and I went myself.
Because you're in this, like, it is, when you build a community, it becomes a community. You become, you become friends. Some people you meet them, like the Foxy lad.
Good guy.
Somebody that came, it's on the community, and he's actually became a really good friend to both of us.
He's been in my home. He's been
in my home as well.
He's backed me up and all. He's came with me as just extra eyes standing in the background. He's actually.
I remember him shouting at Jerry Kelly, going, "Freedom Dad wants to interview you." Foxy lad.
Big up Foxy from the chat, mate. Big up.
So it's not. A lot of people don't realise realise it's not just about us, it is about the community, it is about the platforms, the channels, and interacting with these and the lives that we do in the crack and taking the piss and everything. And you know, it does mean a lot. We do.
Oh, yeah,
We are invested in this.
I love all these guys out there. Like, if it wasn't for you, obviously we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 110%.
I'll say that.
I'll
say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was under pressure, Mark. Really under pressure, mate. The laptops were down. They're sitting there now. They're fixed now. You know. They were all down. I've that much material backed up, Mark, and I felt pressure to get it out, and the laptops were away getting fixed.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get any material out, and I was doing my own head, mate, because I want to please you, folks. I want to please you.
Yeah.
I want to get what's happening out to you.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so I went, this isn't good. This isn't good, mate. My head was actually not in the right place. So I took a week and a half off, folks, to be honest with you. I didn't even look at any comments.
Yeah.
I wasn't even on YouTube. I didn't even see your stuff. I caught up with your stuff when you were in Bristol.
Yeah.
All
the veterans camp and that.
I was on your live stream in Bristol. So I was on there.
That's right, I remember, yeah.
I'll be honest, that was the only video that I watched.
Yeah.
So
see, I was the same. I never went on YouTube,
so
never watched it for about 4 weeks, never went near it.
I had hundreds of comments.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at them until yesterday, and I started just to go back and put hearts in and thank you for commenting on, you know, so yeah. So there is a lot of fucking pressure in this. I'll come round to relationships here.
Of course,
And this man, I will say this, look, I was in a long-term relationship with a lady, so I was, and it went pear-shaped because of what I do online
and lack of support, you know, as well. That is a problem with relationships. I can, you know, we've both been sort of, I can talk about it as well without saying too much. But you know, we do rely on, if we are in a relationship, to have support, and the person in the relationship needs to be on board with it all. And it is difficult because it takes up a lot of time. We're always running about. You're always non-stop, you're taking videos, then you're coming back, you're editing, you're needing to watch YouTube, especially me for research, and you need to watch your own stuff back as well, depending what kind of content, with me just speaking and doing interviews and saying things and talking about things. I don't really know or remember what I'm saying when I'm rolling. It's the adrenaline, maybe, I don't know what it is, so I need to watch it back to understand what I've said, so I remember, not to either repeat myself or to learn from it as well, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the point.
And that's difficult for a partner or somebody who's in a relationship with you to put up with. It is like.
Yeah, well, that's the point, as well, man. You're doing the likes of the live streams and all that there, you don't know what you're saying, mate. Until you come back and watch it back.
And people don't realise that.
You don't realise until you come home and you watch it back and you're like, fuck, maybe I should have done this, maybe I should have done that. So
sometimes I'm quite chuffed at myself. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I mean?
When you watch it back.
Definitely. It is hard to explain to people.
And the thing is as well here, folks, I'll put this out here, like, see when we're in the moment, that is work on a moment, I'm in a moment, I'm standing amongst fucking 30, 40 people coming at me, giving me abuse, and I'm sitting there giving it that. So when I can't remember half of it until I watch it back. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Same as yourself,
100%, 100%. So that is difficult. It is, you know, it is difficult for guys that are doing this, because it is a big thing. It is full time. People don't realise how much time we actually put into it. You know, it is immense. You know what I mean? And CJ's is a lot. Me, it's just, mine's not as difficult, you know, it isn't as difficult as in the work, but there is a lot of work that I do. I have to cut bits out of bigger videos and put them on TikTok and put them on Facebook and X, you know what I mean, and like, I've only got the one device. I have the GoPro that I use, but I don't really take much stuff from that. That's more as a backup, and I've been lucky enough everything's went alright with the devices that I use. But no, there is a lot of work, and it is a lot of pressure. And the pressure comes from being committed, where sometimes you do need a wee break, but you can't take the break because of people expecting your live and expecting your video, and then you get into a situation where you sort of burn yourself out. And you know, I think the secret is maybe having a couple of days off every now and again, whether it's during the week. Yeah,
definitely. And the thing is as well, Mark, it's in your blood.
It is,
It's a passion.
It is.
It's a passion. What I do is a passion. What you do.
It is indeed,
You can see the way you talk.
Yeah.
You can see the way you get on.
100%, yeah.
It is a passion. People don't understand this, man. It's in your veins. It's in your blood. And I can't see, to be honest with you, I can't see me doing anything else.
So that's going to be the next question. That's going to be my next question. So what is the future of CJ Audits, the YouTube channel?
Keep it growing, keep you entertained, hopefully educate you, you know, not as a public interest, you know, but the future is I'm here to stay, and not get arrested, by the way. We'll try and stay out of prison.
Yeah, we can try, but you know,
when you
I
know the dark,
think it's there for us all. Like
the dark forces in the
Yeah,
background,
we'll try.
we'll try anything to get us in another prison. Yeah, but yeah, we'll continue what I'm doing.
and what about the decks? That's something new. Well, I don't know if it's new, but it's sort of, you've been doing that a wee bit more. Are you going to start focusing on that maybe at the weekends and, you know, target an audience that are maybe going out, the younger ones and that? Because once it gets out there, it will grow, that kind of thing.
I might, mate, playing the decks, mate. I done DJ in around Laurentown years ago, discos, private functions and stuff and all that there. It's my getaway.
Yeah.
It is my getaway.
And the guys like it, you know, the guys do enjoy it. I see the comments, are you doing the decks? So you know, the guys do want it. You know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know,
of course, you want the people to watch it. Yeah, if we'll go on a live stream or maybe a few people will drop out. There's no interest.
I think Fridays and Saturdays is a good time for people having a drink in the house and stuff like that. Because a lot of people, I think quite a lot of people, and that's what drives me as well. Some people can't get out of the house for whatever reason, whether it's mental health or whether it's disabilities. You know what I mean? And that's what drives me with the lives and the community.
And this is what drives me as well, Mark. A lot of people are online, can't get out.
Yeah.
And they're glad to see the likes of mine and your videos.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to see what's going on in the
streets,
outside world.
Northern Ireland,
What's going on in the outside world. But coming back to the decks and all, mate, I'm thinking about maybe, I don't use basically TikTok. I'm thinking maybe bouncing to TikTok and maybe doing an hour set.
Yeah.
Maybe the weekends or something, you know, mate, you know. As my getaway.
Yeah.
If I'm under pressure, mate, and if I push play, boom, and the music comes on. That's me. I'm in a different time zone, a different planet.
Well, TikTok is something you should definitely be taking advantage of. You know what I mean? Especially with your shorts. You're not. I've noticed you're not.
You know, I don't upload TikTok.
You're not doing X. You're not doing Facebook now. There's. You know what I mean? Because like Facebook, I think I've got 12,000 on there, you know, and I didn't expect it, you know what I mean? But it is there, and the people on Facebook, once you put your shorts up, even 5 minutes, put them up as a reel, you're getting thousands of views. You know, I had 500,000 views on a reel on Facebook. You know, the most I've ever had on YouTube is 100,000 views. You know what I mean? So the thing is, it directs them to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, the same on YouTube. My biggest video on YouTube is 100,000.
Yeah.
My biggest video on YouTube is 100,000 views, you know, but I am missing out, man. I am missing out. I should be branching out. I should be using.
But it's just getting in the habit. It isn't hard. It's just getting in the habit of taking them shorts and just once you've got the platforms set up, it's just a matter of hitting the plus button, putting it up, tagging a few people, hashtagging a few things, and load. That's it. It's done. You know.
See, well, I'll be honest.
Once you've got the short done, and it's on CapCut, then you've got the option of Facebook, TikTok, you know. And it goes on your gallery as well.
All the platforms. Like, I'll be honest here. All the folks know this here. That now it's only been recently here that I actually started to do my own editing. Now I am a bit computer literate. I am a bit. I always say this here as well. That I am a bit dyslexic. So I am. So computers and stuff as well. I have editors who was editing my stuff for basically 4 years. 2 different guys. You know.
That's right.
That was doing all my stuff like that. So. Maybe I need somebody on board with me to set up all this stuff and all, you know.
Well, it's not much to set up. Like you say, CapCut is all you need. It's a £10 a month standard. That's all you need. You don't need to pay the big bucks. You know what I mean?
And here's where it goes, mate. I think you've said this yourself. Somewhere it's only easy when you know how.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I said that to people like media and even the guys at the camp. That's what I do. I try and help people learn about CapCut because it is easy once you know how. And you got to believe. This is what I keep telling people. These editing sites, just like TikTok, the editing sites are just like TikTok. It's the same tools. They're made for children. TikTok was made for kids. Remember that now. It's gone adult. TikTok's gone really adult. It's gone really political, and it's really changed. Yeah, no problem. It has really changed. But you know, for anybody interested in getting into videography or doing, go on, mate.
Does that come up?
Anybody that's interested in getting involved in
there's a marks on the line. We are Lauren.
You do have the names, you know what I mean. So anybody that's interested in getting involved in the kind of things we were doing, whether it's like when you're on holiday and taking videos on your holiday or anything to do with nature or walks or castles or the Giant's Causeway. There's so much that you can do and put on YouTube where people will view. You could go around pubs and have a drink in every pub and give a rating on what the pub's like or restaurants. There's so much you can get involved with if you're in that kind of thing. And the point I'm trying to make is all the acting studios are made. They're made to be easy, you know what I mean? It's like I've always said, you know what I mean? The only thing that's hard is something that, you know, anything that's going to take money off you, anything that you're going to take, like the gambling sites, all simple, you know what I mean? But anything like that you want to make money on can be difficult, like trading stocks, gold, silver, stuff like that. So you got to always remember that everything's set in place. If they're going to make money off you, the social media platforms make a lot of money from us, you know, across the board. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, it's all interaction, it's all adverts, it's all big business that are making big bucks, and that's one of the reasons why we're there. This is why we're on these platforms right now. You know, at the start, the government were trying to shut everybody down, as you know, with the right-wing movements in England and Scotland and in Northern Ireland. Everybody was getting shut down. You said the wrong thing. You couldn't say grooming gangs. You couldn't say the word rape. You know, it was like, the government had the place sewn up and everybody was getting their channels shut down. But then what happened was they couldn't hide it anymore, guys, because, and I know I'm going down the right wing thing, you know what I mean, but this is who I am. They couldn't hide it anymore. They couldn't keep stopping everybody telling the truth. And what was happening was they were losing a lot of money. So the likes of YouTube and TikTok, TikTok's catching up, but Facebook is really caught up. They were realising when they'd taken all these accounts down, they were taking millions of accounts down because the governments weren't happy with what we were saying, because we were telling the truth. We were going up against Islam, and they were, you know, they were saying Islam's a religion of peace, and we were bringing evidence that that's not true. You know what I mean? So these platforms then realised that, hold on a wee minute, the amount of money that we are losing from shutting all these sites down isn't worth it, you know, and along with the fact that we were telling the truth. So that's where we are in 2026. It's all about money, you know. But yeah, so you're gonna get back. You're coming back in. Yeah.
Oh yes,
that's you back now.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Here, on. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Nah. Guess who's back? Tell a friend.
I'm gonna get a wee look at the comments, guys.
Yeah, folks. Sorry, I haven't been reading the comments. Somebody say this boy's been grilling me. It's like a PS and an interrogation here.
All right. Nothing like, to be honest with you guys. So,
all good.
Alan Tiger, is there any mods on? Yes, there should be mods on. Is there a problem, Alan?
Big up, Lily J.
I imagine there might be.
London Derry, Alan. Big up, man. Big up. Freedom Dad wouldn't get a bottle of wine, mate, so he wouldn't.
Yeah. What time is it, man?
Yeah. The Trigger Christian, big up, mate. Big up, all respect to you, man. Throw up any questions there, folks.
James Cahill's there. If there's a problem, the mods will take care of it. Like I say, we sparky sparkles. Thank you, Foxy lad.
Marty the Dole says they want an Anfield Cup. No, Marty, no.
I should have worn my Anfield jacket, guys. But no problem. If the good happy days, all good in the hood, as we say. 156 in, 100 likes. Thank you so much. And like I say, CJ's platform is in the description. Jump on, give it a wee like. Stick his channel up, mods, please. Stick his channel up first so he can jump on. There's 156 in there. So, and anybody watching this after the live, if you're catching up with it, go to the description, guys, and just give it a wee click, subscribe, and then you can come back.
Thank you, Steve. Kendall.
You also had to remember all social media owners woke and liberals. Switch sides, second Trump got back. Yes, 100%, mate. You're bang on there, especially with Facebook. And I remember when it changed. Great wee chat. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Kendall, Trouble T. Are you going to Pinky's court case tomorrow? Freedom. That it's only a 10-minute thing. It's not a trial or nothing like so.
Big up, man. Big up.
And I have.
Cheers.
I've got the doctors tomorrow, guys. As you know, I'm going to be getting more antibiotics to get rid of this. Long thing.
Big up everybody in the FD's chat, by the way. I'm reading my own chat here. Big up everybody.
And I've got some other stuff on tomorrow. I've got something on the night. You know what I mean? So yeah, Freedom Dad is non-stop, always networking, and always trying to keep everybody happy.
Not at the minute. London Derry haven't done anything at the minute, mate. So I'll have it.
Yes, we definitely will do this again. We will do this again. We'll
Course,
have a wee drink.
We'll have a drink someday. We'll have a
Definitely.
drink, mate. We'll have a bit of crack. We'll not get too serious. We weren't too serious anyway.
Kendall's put the link up. There's a link up to that'll be the link to CJ's channel, guys. Kendall's just put it up, so please just click that link. Go subscribe.
Kendall, if you're on my channel or any mods, stick Freedom Dad's link up in the description. Bubblegum, big up. Cup Watcher, big up, lad. Cup Watcher, I will be over in London on the 16th of May.
What's his name?
Cup Watcher too.
Cup Watcher too.
Yeah. Good man, he looked after me, mate.
Good lad, thank you, Stephen.
He picked me up from the airport, drove me down to Tommy Robinson.
Oh, nice one.
And then I stayed with the Irish guys.
Did you get to see Tommy Robinson? Did you get to see the stage?
I've seen the stage, I've seen everything, mate.
Were you able to live stream?
I didn't live stream. Here's the thing, mate. The weather ended up atrocious.
Yes,
The
I
rain,
was there.
I had camera equipment, right, and here's, do you know the funny bit about it, mate? I was only recording out in the rain, everything was soaked, my phone wouldn't charge.
That's right, I remember, yes, that's right, you were fucking raging.
I got back to the hotel, right, and I emptied my bag. I'm not how I got my bag, and a brolly in my bag the whole time.
Yeah, I was with young John Rankin, and yeah.
Cheers for it.
It was a good laugh. It was a good laugh. So it was. Are you still going to Newton Abbey tomorrow then? Trouble Tea.
DJ, thank you.
No, I'm not going to say what I'm doing tomorrow, but I'll be in Belfast tomorrow afternoon.
No, all I'm best.
I
won't be there, mate. No.
Freedom Dad, thank you and your team for the videos. I sent them to my friends and family.
Big up everybody. Get this shirt.
Yeah, Trouble Tea. If you're on.
40, thank you, man.
Give me a wee shout on private message. I'm on both chats, cross-eyed.
Big up, EDA, big up there.
Sam, good to see you, Shifty Sam.
Shifty Sam, me kisses for you, pet. Big up.
She goes to the demos and that.
Yeah, I've met her.
Loyal periods.
Lovely lady, I met her, mate, so have I. Definitely.
I love both Freedom Dads and CJ's faces. We'll go back and watch from the start. Cheers, Space Cadet. You're always late, mate. You're always late.
CJ's a legend, mate. Thank you. You've been called worse than a legend. Thank you.
A legend.
Break it down, legend. CJ, can you guys do a question and answer session? Cut you different things. Well, the next time we get together, we'll do a question and answer the whole night long. Jeez. I like interacting with you, and I don't like missing your comments, so I'm sorry for missing your comments all night.
If my driver's watching, I'm ready to be picked up, and whenever you're ready, we're going to be wrapping this up. I think you're going to be the one with the live, aren't you, mate?
I'm going to stay on a bit here.
We were going to be a bit longer, but I got a phone call just before, you know what I mean, and somebody's coming through, and it's very important, you know what I mean, as you can imagine. So yeah.
Big up, Kendo. 40
pounds.
Here, taxi for the long climb. Taxi! Questions and answers someday. We'll have to do a question and answer.
Yeah, definitely.
Why not? We're the two biggest content creators in Northern Ireland here. By the way, we are the two biggest content creators in Northern Ireland. Here on the streets. I'm right, the biggest content creators here on the streets. Straight from the streets of Northern Ireland.
Yes, mate.
Straight from the streets.
Yeah, the troubled streets of Belfast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lady J, big up Lady J. 40 pounds. Yeah, man.
Good night, lads. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mr. Stevie. No one the Scundle one.
Big up, Stevie. I seen you in the paper today, or was it yesterday?
I think it's the day.
Fair play for beating out there. Charge, nice one, and they fucking put me in beside you as far right. They put me in as far right.
Dumber and
dumber. Well, here, he's dumber. I'm dumb. He's definitely dumber.
I could need to be dumber in the rear him. But no, yeah, as far as Stevie and getting the charges dropped, like I was saying last night, guys, this is the way we'll be going. It will be each guy that's been arrested and charged with stuff in the right wing of politics will be getting the charges dropped, and we will be bringing it in all together to show you how ridiculous it's all been.
Quentin in the house, big up, mate. I've only seen you now. I haven't seen the chat, but I will.
Cheers, Ryder. Thank you, mate.
I'm going to stay live here once this pensioner leaves, you know the crack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big up Stevie again, mate. Congratulations,
this
mate.
pensioner's got hair, guys, you know what I mean? Here, my hair.
Here, how long want action man hairstyle? But here's the thing, folks. He's got hair, but mine suits me.
You got no choice. That's what I got. Two good lads, big up Peters, thank you so much. It's Addy.
Cyril Potton.
Yeah, don't.
Cyril Potton, great interview, FD, great insight into Northern Ireland's #1.
Yeah,
Pick up Cyril.
hold on a wee minute, let's just check this out. Peter Media, Rupert Stanley should never be timed out, mate. I just don't think he knows who it is. Father Jack, you've all got fake names and you know each other, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? And if you knew who it was, you'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake. So it is a mistake, easily made, and we sorry, mistake, no problem, mate. It is a mistake. It is difficult when nobody's using the right names.
He never shuts up. He never fucking shuts up. Yeah, well, he definitely has an action man hairstyle, man. So it has. See if I do this here, look at the back of his head, his eyes move left and right.
Don't, man. It's been a long time, CJ. We're supposed to be doing that, man. This live stream could get a bit steamy, boys.
Oh yes, here. Somebody stick a link in there for Cup Watcher. It's Freedom Dad 73. Cup Watcher 2. Will somebody stick Freedom Dad's link up, please? Cindy, big up Cindy. You know the crack, love. Kisses, good night to you. My love, good night to you as well, pet. Twins. If he shaved his head, he's saying you twin. You wish you looked like me. Here, I'm going to come back at him. He's called me baldy. Here, Stephen Nolan says, at least I have all my teeth.
Yeah, well, he did. But that's if you're going to go with Stephen Nolan,
he came back and corrected himself.
Well, with Stephen, listen, we're the most. They want us on. He wanted us on his channel. You know what I mean? He wanted you. His production team have sent me emails and.
But should he blank me?
No, I reckon if he would have wanted you on, like, you know what I mean. I don't know. Maybe something's happened, but at the end of the day, Stephen Nolan wants to come on our channels.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean? We're the biggest show in Northern Ireland.
Biggest show in the country. Here, Stephen. If you're watching, I will go on your show, but one condition. You share that bag of big bad burgers, Stephen. There you go, Steve. I'll call your show, mate, but I need a big bad burger off you. I know you're on a diet, mate. I know you're on a diet, man. You've lost a lot of weight. But not be too long putting it back on that.
But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it's true, guys. We are as big as mainstream. You know, whenever these guys, I watch them, their TikToks, Crime World, the YouTube channel, and Stephen Nolan when he does his Facebooks, and they're not getting the views that we get. You know, it's as simple as that. Like,
Definitely not.
Thank you for your support, CJ and Stevie. Thank you for your support, CJ, and the other helper got me that far. Yeah.
No problem, man.
Fair play to you.
No problem. You know the crack anyway, Stevie. Anytime you need me, you know the crack, mate.
Yeah, because there was, in fairness, you know, the fallout. We can talk about it. The fallout with me and Stevie. You know, it was bad. It was bad crack, you know, a lot of bad press and a lot of people, you know, weren't happy about it, you know what I mean? And like you say, it is a lot of pressure on it as well.
Well, here, it brings me round to, when I first started this, I was watching the likes of all the auditors in England, and I seen the divide happening there, because I was watching live streams and not commenting, and I was the only guy here doing this, so I was watching them guys, people would think they had a bigger penis, than the other ones were slammering at the lower level guys, and this is where it all collapsed and fell out, and everybody started backstabbing, and that's what I was telling you the other day, FD, do your own thing, you know what I mean? Don't get too involved. I know you have a big circle.
It's not about being a big circle, it's about my whole goal, and I think Stevie understands that, and I think everybody understands that, is it's not about me. The most important thing for me is there's more and more people do this. And like I've always said from the start, I've always shouted Stevie out, and Stevie knows that, and we've spoke about this, and he has been totally absolutely upfront and honest with me, and been really courteous about it, and said, yes, I made mistakes, and just like me. But the thing, all I'm wanting to do is grow everybody, and you know, yes, sometimes in England, I've seen you grow platforms and you get people a name and then they turn against you. You know what I mean? The ego takes over. That wasn't the case with Stevie. It was just miscommunication and other things playing, and the pressure and the court and the police and the media and everything involved. But my main goal, and please never think, you know, this isn't about me. This is about getting as many people involved in what I do, awakening people, getting people on platforms, getting people to get the cameras out, do what I'm doing. And I'm not here for competition. I don't care.
No, Cyril.
I don't care about
Cyril, don't know.
But like, all I ask is anybody who I do bring up our name and bring out on the channels and big up the channels is just be respectful and remember remember that I'm not here to compete with anybody. 110%. I'm here to get channels to grow. I'm here for my daughter. I'm here for my country. I'm here for everybody's children and grandchildren in the future. It's as simple as that.
Educational purposes.
Yeah, people don't realise it is real life. This is really happening, and people, because everybody's talking about it, CJ. People, this is what I'm trying to say is we're part of something right now in history that's unprecedented. The country is being replaced. We're being invaded. Islam is taking over. It's not misinformation. Look, you know the names: Luton, Leicester, Bradford, Rotherham, Rochdale. We could go on, London, at night they call it London Stan, so it's real happening and people don't realise we're here, we're alive when it's happening. So it's down to us to do something about it, because when we're not here, we're leaving it to our kids and our grandkids. And to be honest, you see the kids these days and the way the schools are teaching them and the PlayStations and the Xboxes.
Yes.
There's not a fight in these kids that are coming up these days. So it is down to us. We are the last wall of defence for our country.
And here's another point I want to make, actually, folks, and I want to make this fucking loud and proud, actually. Loud and proud. I want to say this here big time. We do not make money on YouTube.
Yep.
This is a free service, subscribe to a free service.
Yep.
We do not make money, and this was never about money, never about money. Yep. On my behalf, and his behalf, anyway, I know he's not monetized and all that, but it's not about money, man. It's about education purposes, man. So it is.
Yeah. Where I come from with everybody tells me to monetize, everybody tells me to get merchandise and do this, do that, and it is good advice, and they just want to help me because I am skinned all the time. See, David, did you get that immigrant?
No, CJ, why'd you let that immigrant?
Do you know where he lives?
Oh, who is it? Alan Tiger, I think I do.
Right, we're popping it out, But the thing is, guys, is the weapon that the left have and the enemies have is you're a grifter. You're doing it for money. And I do not want anybody to be able to stand up and say Freedom Dad is doing content to make money. Because that's where it goes wrong. People will they see me jumping about the town, they see me doing interviews and they think, he's only doing that to make money. I'm not, and you can see I'm not, you know what I mean? So it takes away that attack, it shuts them up, and they've got nothing else, you know what I mean, as you can see. And that's what it's about,
Yeah.
I would like to make money, but you do help me by buying me a coffees, and I appreciate it, you know what I mean? It gets me from A to B, guys, you know what I mean? So thank you so much.
On my behalf,
I know, Alan, I know.
Never, on my behalf, it was never about money, it was about educational purposes. And as I say again, if I can educate one person on face law coverings or anything like that, I'll probably have tonight. Well, I've done my side of the and that's what it's about. I'm a humble man. I want for nothing. I don't need nothing. I've got everything I need. And that's why I don't need money. I'm not saying rich, I get by. You know what I mean? I do get by. I don't love what I do, I keep saying that.
All he needs is your support through comments, likes, shares, and interactions with the lives, and moderators. You all do a great job staying on top of the trolls and all that, and the hateful comments and all that, because it is water for ducks back, right? It is, but sometimes it depends what mood you're in. Some people can say things that just maybe put your head down a wee bit if you're in the wrong mood, you know what I mean, the wrong frame of mind. So it is important the moderators do the great job that they're doing, and these are all absolutely amazing, like, you know what I mean? 100%.
Yeah, of course they are. The mods help us.
Yeah, some of my mods have been there from day one.
I've had a couple of mods there from day one. I was actually doing a bit of housekeeping there last night on a live stream, and any mods I remove here, by the way, folks, it's nothing personal. It's right. It's nothing personal. That mod, so it's not. It's got to do with housekeeping, tidying up,
protecting the channel. It's really important.
Bottling down the hatches. Looking after myself, the channel, because there is a couple of weird things have been happening.
And so as well, on that note, there has been channels brought down by the wrong mods. You know that in England from experience. You know what I mean? And it just takes miscommunication or other forces to get involved, or something wrong to go wrong. And as you know, life is life, and people fall out. And if you have a fallout with a mod, it can be really damaging to the channel. So
40, you're alright, mate. You're alright. You're safe.
Yeah, well,
40 pence a safe.
yeah, I've just got 40 pants, you know what I mean? Like I say, you recommended them as well.
Big up Troy, big up Troy.
Oh, Troy's a good lad.
Big up,
yeah,
man.
he's been in a couple of my videos. He's a really good boy, so he is.
CJ and Freedom Dog, big up mate, thank you lad. CJ and a note about housekeeping, you make a little housewife. Well, my house is spotless, mate. My house is spotless. Like,
I've seen the decks in the ring, yeah.
I had to tidy it for your man coming, you know. So mate, well, 20 minutes once a week. House is clean.
And it's a shit cup of coffee, by the way. The last coffee he made me before this one, I had to go and pour it out because I was going to ask him for a knife and fork. You know what I mean?
But hold on, no, he only poured the coffee out because I put 2 sugars in it.
It was a bit dark as well, let's be honest. I mean, it was fucking, he's going looking a bit skimpy on the milk, you know what I mean, guys?
I hope you're not getting racist in here, are you?
Everything's black and white, mate, you know what I mean?
There you go again.
Yeah, Father Jack, he's a good lad. He knows the score. It was just a mistake, you know what I mean. Like I say, like mods, you do have to relax whenever it comes to a bit of banter and a bit of crack. And yeah, we do take trolls. You take some trolls. We don't mind trolls. If they want to have, if they want to try and have a go, we're up for it. I'm up for a troll. You know what I mean. You remember Super Patsy? Was it Super Patsy?
Super Patsy, right?
Yeah, he was our resident troll. We you know, and we took the piss and he gave us a laugh. Oh, it's the door. Is that your door?
Oh, yes, that'll be your lift.
Yep. So guys, I'm going to say goodbye, and if you jump on the CJ channel, he's rolling live right now, so jump on there. Thank you all so much. I hope you've enjoyed the live. I've enjoyed it, so I've enjoyed interviewing CJ. It's an absolute pleasure, so he is. But yeah, I need to go. I've got somebody else to speak to. And yeah, it's non-stop for, thanks Richard Chick. For everybody coming in and everything that you have done and supporting the channel and supporting CJ's channel. And like I say, ups and downs of citizen journalists and auditing, and sometimes we do need a break. So I'm going to leave you all, big up to you all, and I will be back tomorrow. We'll get a wee live just tomorrow, and obviously me and CJ will communicate so we don't clash, so we're not running lives at the same time, and that's very important. So from now, here on in, support CJ. Support what he does. You see that the work he puts in, how difficult it is, and say good night. All the best, folks. Take it easy. God bless. Love thy neighbour. And as always, force be with you. Thank you for joining. Good night, guys. And as always, God bless. God bless. Hey, happy days. Yeah. I'm going to leave these in the capable hands of your man, CJ. Yeah, man. Here, there's your mic. You want to turn it off? Yeah. Turn that mic off. Turn on. Baileys, what is out here? That's hard work listening to him all night. Wow, how the fuck did I get through that? With only 3 beer. Big up chat. Master, big up mate. Yep. All's good, man, all's good. I enjoyed it a little bit. Yeah, it was me and it was only a good live. I enjoyed it myself. I actually enjoyed it, mate, you know. And yeah, the guys enjoyed it. That's the main thing, you know what I mean? It's not about you enjoying it, you know what I mean? CJ, tell FD that Foxy is the main man. Main man here. Go ahead, Foxy. Yeah, fuck, I need you to clown. Where's my cigarettes? He's making a coffee there, mate, so relax yourself. Oh, right, no, he was at the door for 10 minutes there. Was he? He said I was at the door with people. Oh, because we're both fucking got our hangies. I said, we're both live, he says. He's in the kitchen there making a coffee, mate. Yeah, man, good crack, mate. Yeah, we'll all do it, I better not be stealing my LFC mug. Oh no, we'll all do it again. I'll be a bit more relaxed, you know what I mean? Bit of crack. Thank you, London. There, big up, Peter. Big up, man. Haven't seen you. Haven't been watching the chat. Quintuna. Seatbelt on FD. Get your hair kicked. What? White Atlantic. Big up, White Atlantic. Yoo-hoo. Hey, that's just right, mate. Is he not having a coffee? No, mate. No. Right. Here. Hope he didn't steal my Lauren FC mug. No, he was looking at your headlines. You're always picture in there. Cop watcher, big up mate. I'm not going to open a panel. Cop watcher, I might do it someday, mate. I just don't want any crying coming on, mate. Fucking the channel up, so to speak. Right, bro. Is that a butt plug on top of that speaker? Right, son. Yes, FD. Absolutely amazing, mate. Thank you, guys. Take care. God bless. Going to see these guys at the door. But back in 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Cheers, right, bro, that's me. Cheers, bro.
like that? You like that? That was a very first one here. I don't know what to, don't know what. Beat that and forth. Beat it, referee.
Anybody else?
I'm already down there. Here, the same way we'll have to do something again.
Yeah, 100%, because that's what they want. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Consideration for the record.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nice, right? Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. I need your love. I need your love. You know what, too, folks? I'm going to be honest with you here. I think fucking FD's away with my lighter. The fucking needs it. You know what? Nah, I had that thought. I thought he's away with my lighter. But he didn't. He didn't. CJ, it's not a butt plug, mate. It's not a butt plug. It's a wee vase there, mate. It's actually a Wedgwood or something, I think. Yeah, wee Wedgwood vase there, man. Maybe worth a pound or two. Who knows? Big up everybody. I will say sorry again there for not reading out chat, you know, Starbusters with NHA. Hey, Wedgwood, man. Woohoo! Woody Wedge, a wedgie. Haha, no Wedge knows. What was the event in Belfast? Don't know. I have no clue what's going on there. The event in Belfast. Don't know what you're talking about there, man. Don't know what's going on there. Celebrate Burns Night. Burns Night, that's a Scottish, I think. Where's the decks? Decks are in the kitchen, Lady J. Decks are in the kitchen. Might put them on later on, maybe for about half hour before I end this, you know. I might stick them on, I don't know. I might. Bert and Ernie. Apparently Bert and Ernie were gay, allegedly. Somebody correct me or don't know. I think they were for some reason. Don't know. Yeah, Wild Atlantic neighbours, 100%, mate, 100%. The thing is, see with me in the kitchen anyway, people out of media, yeah man. See the thing is with me in the kitchen with the door shut, the noise doesn't seem to travel too far, you know what I mean? Because if I come out of the kitchen and close the door and go to the bathroom, there's not much noise going on, you know, so big up the neighbours who don't say anything about the music, you know. I might hear in a minute, London Derry, I might, you know what I mean. Wild Atlantic, thank you for joining. Trigger, big up Trigger. Party time, wee bit bunkers. Bert and Ernie shared a bed, even a kid. I find it weird. Yeah, I think the fucking Bert and Ernie, there's something, I watched something one day or something about it was all related to being gay. Not that there's nothing wrong with being gay, you know what I mean, each to their own. When's the rave? Cyril, might be happening here shortly in the kitchen, mate. It might be happening shortly here. Maybe spin a couple of tunes, you know. Yeah, and I enjoyed that tonight there. I actually enjoyed that there tonight with FD there. I actually did enjoy it, mate. He's a good guy. He does his own stuff, you know what I mean. All the patriots around Northern Ireland, they're doing their thing. They're making it aware of what's coming, what's happening, you know. I just like doing my stuff, you know. They are all friends. I do know them all personally, you know what I mean. I talk to them, you know, but I'm not involved in that sort of movement, you know what I mean. I'm not involved in that movement, man. I do my own thing. I stay in my own lane, so to speak. I usually film alone, you know. But if I need help, I will ring, you know, ring people. And it's the same as the likes of AFD, the likes of Lindsay or whatever, like, I will give them advice on parts of law if they need it, you know. No worries, mate, the phone's on, my phone's on, do not disturb, so I'll get it later. Cop watcher, I'll get a look at it later for you, man, you know. And here's the thing, man, if I can help anybody here online, you know what I mean, I will, you know. I don't know everything, but Google is a good place to start your research, you know. If you look back at Sippy, George and Bungle, actually, Lady J, man, all the innuendos, and then, fucking hell, man, if you look at it now, man, every scene they done was always sexual related some way along the line, you know. Quintona, yeah, everybody has every day is a school day, man. How long have I known FD? I only met Freedom Dad 7 months, maybe 7 months in around that, mate. I only met him, I think I first met him at a protest, I think now. About 7 months, maybe slightly longer. I haven't known him longer than a year, mate, so I haven't, mate, you know. Thing is, mate, I've given a lot of good advice, man, so I have, like, we've exchanged ideas, stuff like that. We did do a couple of Palestine marches, protests together, a couple of Palestine ones. Yeah. Syrian sweep. Oh, Syrian sweep, right enough. There was Sue as well. Sue was Syrian sweep, and Sue, was he not a bossy wee fucker? Sue, S-U-E, Sue, yeah, Sue. Yeah, but she was with Syrian sweep, yeah. Wayne Atlantic, I know who you are. I met you at, yeah, I did meet you. I give you a hug and all that, yeah. I know who you are, Wayne Atlantic. Beavis and Butthead, maybe, Jamesy. Each to their own, you've got an opinion. Maybe you think it was Beavis and Butthead, I don't know. My dog sounds like sweet. He's looking for something. So we are going to do, I'll say this again, we're both big content creators here in Northern Ireland, so we will do a night where there's no serious questions. We're sitting and have a laugh, hey, bit of crack, bit of laugh with you. We'll interact more with you the next time we do this. Yeah, because yeah, we'll do it again. Me and FD will do it again, you know. Maybe someday I will open a panel up, get a couple of views on a panel here on a live, you know. Oh no, freeze time, what's freezed? The bead lamp, 40 pounds, you know the bead lamp. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, it must be your end. Must be your end, patriotic. Yeah, dog's a man's best friend. So it is, mate, 100% early. So I will look into getting StreamYard. So I'll maybe invite a couple of fees up onto the channel, you know. Because it would actually be nice to talk to you and actually hear your voices, you know, instead of just texts, you know what I mean. I'll look into that. So the thing is, with doing the likes of StreamYard and having people on that panel, the channel can go wrong, you know, if you invite the wrong person on, you know. Yeah, I know that, mate. I know it's free, mate. I know 404. I know it is free, but you have to be careful, mate, because I know things that have happened when people invite people onto the channel, onto the StreamYard. People's channels have been closed down, you know, so you have to be extra careful, mate, that way, you know, on what you're doing, you know, and who you invite on, you know. So 3 beer, well, 3 cider tonight. Just chilling. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, Lady J, I agree with that there, man, I do. So yeah, folks, I booked myself a holiday. Yeah, no worries, 40 pots. So I booked myself a holiday, so, excuse me. Big up, NI drone scene. I watched a video of yours or a TikTok of yours, NI drone scene. I think you were in Benidorm recently, were you? Yeah, man. Oh, Reaper, all the best, mate. Thank you for joining, man. Big up. Stay safe, lads. Stay safe. What's that, my head? Something on my head or whatever the fuck that was. There's something on my head, and it wasn't fucking hair anyway. Oh man, Christmas Blues Wild Atlantic, I think it was. Oh, you still there, mate? You still there? Fair play to you, enjoy your holiday. What's the weather like? What degrees is it out there, NI drone scene? I seen your, must have been a WhatsApp or something, not a WhatsApp, must have been a TikTok or something I seen that you put up. What's the weather like out there, mate? Is it warm? Londonderry, get the Bushmills whiskey in you, boy, get it in you. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Londonderry, get it in you, mate. Birds fly, it's quicker than walking. Yes, I'm booked and all, patriotic, yeah I am. I'm booked and all. I wanna go over there as well and obviously exercise my rights and take a few pictures of police stations while I'm over there too, you know. Yeah. 17 is just dead on, mate. 17's alright. 17's like our fucking summer back here right enough. So you will get a tan, mate, that's for sure. 17's alright, mate, yeah. I can't say, Mirage, I can't say when I'm away, but I will let yous know when I will do a live when I'm there, then yous will know I'm live and where I am and all that, keeper, but I can't say when I'm there, you know what I mean. You know the crack, security reasons and all that, you know, giving out information, you know. Big up, Resto, Truth Podcast, love the stream. Big up Truth Podcast. Big shout out to Truth Podcast. If anybody has, anybody has Truth Podcast's link to his channel, any mods, will you stick it in for the people that are Truth Podcast, please? Lady J, if you can find Truth Podcast's link to his channel, would you stick it up, please? Thank you, if you can, or any mod. To the Unlimited, Cyril, or Capella. I have it in there, Cyril. Funny enough, I actually came across the 2 Double Limit Mega Mix the other night, but I was trying to remember what CD it was on, mate, you know what I mean? Yeah, I found it the other night, mate. I was actually listening to it the other night, so it should be sitting handy, because I went to myself, I'll have to play that, because obviously everybody will know 2 Dominant. There's no limit, no limit, we'll reach for the sky. No mount, no valley too deep, no mountain too high. Go ahead, Tony. Oh, is that Tori? Tori, big up, Tori. Thank you, Lily J. Everybody get on to Truth Podcast. Good guy. Done a few videos with Truth Podcast. Definitely is, man. Another guy here in Northern Ireland that's doing it, you know. He's on TikTok, he's on Facebook, and he's on YouTube. Give him a wee sub, please. Give him a sub, throw a comment on one of his videos. Tell him I sent you over, please, will you? Truth Podcast, good guy, very knowledgeable. Thank you, Lady J. He's a good lad, he is. Actually, he's a fucking gentleman. He is a gentleman, like. I'll give him that, mate. He's looked after me a couple of times. We've done a wee bit of filming together in Northern Ireland. Good guy, man, good guy. Two seconds, folks. I'm going to stick the heating on here and use the wee boy room. Oh, he's a good channel, man. Yeah, I'm going to use the wee boy's room and stick the heating on here. There's a lovely wee face and beard. Yeah. John, his name's John, Truth Podcast. Good guy, man. I'm not doxing his name because everybody knows who he is, anyway, you know. No limits, no, there's no limits. Belfast Buckfast, yes mate, 100%, I'm back. Tell our friends, we're back there. I don't know if you've only joined there, mate, but there was an hour and a half, me and Freedom Dad was in the house tonight. So bounce back to the start to watch the interview, or jump on the Freedom Dad's channel there and watch the interview, me and him. And a wee bit of crack here tonight, so to speak, you know what I mean? Oh, he is good, mate, he is good with what he does, you know what I mean, mate? Saxon Pack, big up, mate. Yorkshire's most inexperienced YouTuber, want to be here, like our content. Would love to get a chat with you, get some tips and advice. I was actually in fucking Yorkshire Leeds with Marty Blackburn auditing Yorkshire, the Gwent auditor, News Now Yorkshire. Check that video out too. We covered a transgender protest in Leeds, and we get surrounded by 200 transgenders, man. Absolutely brilliant video, man. Check it out. It's on my channel, it's on Marty's channel, it's on News Now Yorkshire's channel, it's on TGA's channel. Yeah, check all that. Check it out, man. I've been in Leeds a couple of times, mate. So I've water. Yes, Stuart Finney, all the best, mate. Thank you for joining in, mate. 100%, mate. I need a Doug. 404. I need a Doug. What's a Doug? Am I missing something there? 404. I no worries, sir. No worries, man. Yeah, mate. I'll be open and transparent, man. So, well, there's no point of telling lies or duking questions, you know. So there's not, mate. I've always been like that. Anybody watches the channel, all on my live streams that I usually do anyway. I usually probably give out too much information, you know, more information than what it should be, but you know what? Who cares? Guess who's back? Tell a friend. No. Oh, but that was a hairy one, so it was, and that there Leeds transgender march, man. It was 200 of them surrounded us. It was good crack. It was actually good crack. We stood our ground. We weren't intimidated, and they left before we did. You know. Down up in, yes, I watched him the other night. Yep. Morning, well. Alright, mate. I don't talk it anyway, mate. I don't talk it, mate, anyway, Long Derry. You should know that anyway, mate. I don't smoke. I used to smoke weed. Haven't smoked weed a long time, man. I did have a joint while I was in Amsterdam with the Gwent auditor last year. Yeah, it was last year. I did smoke a joint while I was in Amsterdam, yeah. When in Rome, do what the Romans do, you know. No, he didn't steal that cup, mate. That cup's still sitting over there. FD was loving it, drinking out of that there Lauren FC cup. So he was. Drag queens and lush. Of course you are, mate. Fucking the doctors, allegedly, they're the biggest drug dealers. Legal drug dealers, doctors, apparently, you know. So big up, anybody who's just joined the live, man. Scroll back to the start there. Interesting stuff here tonight from me and Freedom Dad 73. He was in the house tonight. Both of us were live. I was doing a wee interview with him, you know. Well, he was interviewing me, you know. So big up FD for making contact with me and coming down to the house and doing what he did, you know, for him. And respect to him for what he does, you know. Different kettle of fish to me, you know, but yeah, respect to what he does and respect to the rest of them in that movement, or so to speak, you know. The killing shut down now, Cyril, so it is. Killing shut down now, mate. Yeah, they've got the serpent's head, yep, they have, Lady J, yeah. Yeah, big up FD again, man, for coming down, mate, you know what I mean? Yeah. 404, Boogie. What a Boogie, what's happening, what's the crack, what's the story in Ballamore? Wouldn't you like to know? Woo! Sorry, mate, Ali Bowl, right, here's the thing, Ali Bowl, good point, Ali Bowl. The waterfront, I forgot to fucking actually put a text on it to tell you what it was about, mate. I should have explained what it was about, but it was It was a Muslim conference, and they had speakers on, so they had from around the world. They had speakers and all on. I should have put that on the video, but I forgot all about it. So the video went out, and it basically didn't really explain why I was there. So yeah, it was a Muslim conference with speakers from all around the Muslim world coming to Belfast to do their conference. Sorry, I didn't have. It's only when the video went out tonight, I didn't give you the context of what the video was about, but it is what it is. Basically, Londonderry, if you want to go down that road, it could have been, you know what I mean, man? It could have been good, But yeah, aye, that is what it is. Yeah, the serpents on the islands is as well triggered. It is indeed, man. The serpent's everywhere. The serpent's head, man. If you look round buildings, historical buildings, you will see the serpent here, there, and everywhere, man. Yeah. The serpent's got to do with the evil world order and stuff like that, man. So it has, the down the roads of the Rockefellers, BlackRock and all that, man. It's all got to do with, somebody else could probably explain it a bit better than me in the chat there. The WHO, yeah. Told us about it before Christmas time, Foxy was there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I had a lot of problems with laptops there and all, and I couldn't get the videos out to you, you know what I mean? So we're back on track. We're not on the content out, and we're here to stay. We haven't gone away, You're in Spain here. Go ahead, Belfast, Buckfast. You're in Spain, NI drone scenes in Benidorm, and I will be out of the country, so in the not too distant future, for a week or two possibly, but I will be bringing these live streams anyway when I'm out of the country anyway. Hunter, big up Hunter, mate. We log cabin. I was staying in a log cabin, mate. I would stay anywhere, mate. I would stay in a fucking janitor's cupboard if there was a fucking bed and a shower, On tour, mate, I am gonna, basically relaxing when I'm going away, Mirage. It will be a relaxing one, but I will do a couple of lives and maybe include the police in it, but dodgy where I'm going, man. It's dodgy where I'm going. Dodgy to film the police where I'm going, but I will do a live or two from where I am, Recommend Amsterdam, 100%, mate. I would recommend Amsterdam. I didn't really get to see Amsterdam too much. Obviously it was filming it. Fucking hell. We were there for six nights, and we were filming basically for 6 days solid. And the last night we actually went into the city centre and let our hair down, so to speak, and smoked a spliff, but yeah, I would recommend Amsterdam, of course I would, yeah. Nice city, nice place, architecture, beautiful, canals, me, man, I definitely would recommend it, man. %100% too. Yeah, so Freedom Dad, if you're watching here, I know you said you might switch me back on, but big up, thank you for calling down tonight to my home. Thank you for the interview. Thank you for the friendship, by the way. We are friends, thank you for that, mate. Haven't got a bad word to say about you, mate, and that's to be honest, You've always been respectful to me, and I've been respectful to you, FD. If you're watching, mate, thank you again. And a big shout out to Kendo, big shout out to Kendo there. Big Kendo called to my house there and around the Christmas period there, give me a wee chit chat, sorted my head out a bit, and I took a break, you know. So big up Kendo as well. Big up Kendo, respect mate, respect, you know. So somebody said, NI drum scene, £1 for a pint in Benidorm. Well, €1, we'll call it £1 anyway. That's cheap enough, mate, cheap enough. Kendo's educated, mate. He is as he educated, man. And the thing is, mate, the thing is, we bit here, surround yourself with people that are educated, man. You will learn, man. You will learn. You're a young grasshopper, but you will learn, man. And every day's a school day, man. You know what I mean, man? Every day's a school day with people, you know. I know a lot of stuff, they know a lot of stuff, the other person knows a lot of stuff. And at the end of the day, when we all come together, we all educate each other, you know. It's all about education, folks, you know what I mean, man? Education and public interest, you know. You have to educate yourself, folks. And this is why they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you your rights. They don't want you to know your rights, man. They don't want you to know anything like that, you know. Kendo's soup, Kendo's bacon baps are lovely too, man. I was up at, knowledge is power, mate. I was up there about 3 weeks ago on a Friday night at the chimney corner. I wasn't filming. I just went up there to chat to a couple of people and I got a lovely bacon bap from Kelly and Kendo, which was lovely. Fair play to them. Them folks put all that food on out of their own pockets. So big up Kelly, Kel and Kendo. Yeah, absolute legend there on Patriotic Media. They are, man. Fair play to them, like, you know. Fair play to Kendo. I've been in his home a couple of times, so fair play to him and Kelly, you know, man. Respect to them, like, you know. Is smoke legal in Benetton? I don't know, mate. 55, big up, mate. You've missed a wild lot tonight. 55. Freedom Dad was in the house tonight. He was in the house tonight. He was interviewing me. We were both live. So, 55. Yeah, mate, there's my live stream and there was FD's live stream as well, man. He was interviewing me about why I do this, how I get into it and stuff like that, you know, so interesting, man. It is interesting. I was open and transparent. I didn't dodge any questions, by the way. I answered as best of my ability, you know. Uncle Eons. Yeah, they are patriotic media, definitely. 100. Will be 100. Will be 100. Right, I'm going to use the bathroom here and grab a wee buns. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'll have to use the wee boy's room. Woo! Woo! We'll be 100. We'll be 100. Yeah. Wee buns, man. Wee buns. Festival red velvet slices. Ooh, what are you going to taste like? I know what they taste like. They're fucking lovely. I can get them open. Look at that wee yolk curl up, boys. Look at that wee yolk curl up. Oh, tasty, man. Not bad. Sweet cream in me. Yeah, no, it's good to be back. It is actually good to be back, man. To be honest with you. Christmas blues, I put it down there, Christmas blues I had there, you know. Sure, a lot of other people fucking get the Christmas blues, you know. Will be 100. Ha, FD's just left us fucking. FD's left us stand. Clown. FD, if you're watching, mate, your fucking stands here, mate. It's taxed. It's taxed, mate. Only slagging, mate. That's the love bead lamp. The love bead lamp. 55. Stories free, mate. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of the law. I'll be another way one of me yolks on me, man. What a horse it in there, Cynthia. You're the in for me. You're the onions in my burger. You're the sugar in my tea. Horse her into you, Cynthia. You're the in for me. Woo! See, bet you can't buy one of them in fucking Macallan. Yeah, I might put the text on here shortly, folks. I might put the text on here, but if I'm putting the text on, I will end this live, then I will go live again for you. So I'll have to make a couple of phone calls here in a minute or two. So yeah, so I maybe will come back on as a live. So hit the notification bell and I'll let you know if I'm live. But I maybe will put a couple of tunes on, but I will end this here in a minute or two for you. Big up everybody for fucking watching tonight, by the way. Muchas gracias, all the mods, like you know. Yeah, well, I will bounce the decks on here, I'll put the music on, I'll go have to make a phone call or two, so I will end this here, folks. Check out Freedom Dad as well, please. Check out Think New London there. Go over to Freedom Dads as well if you've only joined. Go back to the start if you missed the live at the start. Went alright tonight, I think, anyway, you know. Wee bit of insight why I do this and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I will put the decks on here shortly. I will go live again here, but I have to make a couple of phone calls, then fire the live back up again, you know. So, yeah, folks, appreciate your continuous support, by the way, folks, you know. Full speed ahead, Antonia, definitely, mate. Excuse me. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, hit them on your way out there, you know, crack, folks. I'm gonna bounce. I will probably be on another live here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, big up folks. Take it easy. God bless. Love thy neighbour. Stay safe. You know the crack, man. Keep an eye out for live in the next 10 minutes. And as always, force be with you. All the best, folks. Spin the wheels. Oh.